Jay, good evening. Welcome, everybody. This is Encounters, the late night spiritual UFO talk show. I'm your host, CmdrAleon. Welcome, everybody around the world, to another edition. Jody, Jay, Edith, everybody, Scar, Sydney Rose. Let's see, we got all kinds of people coming in. Mandy Min, 478. My fishing addiction, good to have you with us. Everybody else there, Snatch, Big Willis. Let's see, Citizen Rab. Hey, Citizen Rab. Hey, my fishing addiction. Good to have you with us. And everybody else coming in here. I think it's Potoli. Welcome, Lucas. Hey, brother. GJR. Everybody, Neon Pickle. Good to see you, Neon Pickle. Michael Tucker. So tonight on Encounters, we're going to be getting into people's my promotional video that I put out. That I made this morning, or what have you, last night or this morning, is we're going to get into people's sightings and documentations of the various types of UFO sightings that are happening around the world. So it's going to be very spontaneous. We have no idea what's going to happen, as always on the show for the last 3 years. We never know what's going to happen on every show. That's what makes it interesting. Hey, Hanson, good to have you with us. And, Alma Ottawa. Hey, Ottawa. Lisa, 417. Hey, Lisa. So, hey, Kit Kat, everybody coming in here. Please share, like, and go to my main bio page and press the red button to actually follow the show. Brenda, good to have you with us. Venue Rays, welcome, Venue Rays. Judy, hey, Judy. Julie Harrington, welcome. Elle, welcome, Elle. Everybody, all the beautiful people out there. I think it's Jaros X. Quito, welcome Quito. Neon Pickle, let's see, Pink Tea, hey Pink Tea. And James, welcome James Shoemaker Gale. Mike, let's see, Deja Vu, welcome Deja Vu. Matthew Harley, it was aliens, I swear he says. Let's see, Can't Stop the Dog Dad, welcome Dog Dad. Justin Pappas, I think it is. Rubio, hey Ruby. All the good people around the world, and we have people watching from everywhere. Hey, Ruby, everybody from all over the world. Toolshed, welcome, Toolshed. Jay Quitter. Cindy, hey, Cindy. Terry Smith, welcome. Whirlwind, good to see you. We're definitely amped up and ready to go here. Man S, welcome to Encounters. Scissorhands, hey, Scissorhands. Good to have you with us. Care Bear, welcome, Care Bear. Tracy, Country Girl. Jack and Sally, hope you're all doing well out there. Dana, we're just getting started. You haven't missed anything. We're a little bit on before 11 tonight. Hey, Star, good to have you with us, Star. Always. Tracy Faith, everybody coming in here. Richie Boo, let's see, Chris, Hazmat. Am I really George Norrie? I might be the reincarnation Hazmat. And I'm not George Norrie, but I was on the Art Bell show many years ago. I actually talked about the Ashtar Command when Art Bell was in his operating from the desert in, I guess, a camper before they had all those really beautiful studios. Hey, Raindrops, good to see you. Debbie, good evening. Michael, good evening. Yeah, I always had great respect for Art Bell. He was ahead of his time, Iron Warriors, hello, Lavola. Everybody coming in there, thank you for the push. Welcome. ISI, welcome. All the new people. Thomas Fletcher, 1, welcome Thomas. Aaron Roth, welcome Aaron. Sydney Moran. Yep, Art Bell. I used to listen to him. I couldn't believe it. I'd stay up after 1 o'clock on the East Coast and listen to Art Bell talking with people about UFOs. He was quite the person, for sure. Hey, Michael Tucker, welcome. And you're watching, if you're just tuning in, Bell Rod, this is the #1 spiritual UFO talk show on TikTok. We've been operating here for 3 years. Still operate I operate on Facebook with my Ashtar Command groups, which I've had there for many years. And I am also here. I have a friend in Germany called Anja. Anja, she has a TikTok page. I'm going to ask people to follow her. She doesn't know it yet. She kind of does know it on Facebook. I told her, if you have heard of Omnic, Omnic Onic. From Venus I Came. She's a friend of mine. I haven't talked to her in quite a few years. I interviewed her on my radio show, and she came off a spaceship in Europe and onto a farm, and she's from Venus. Venus in a slightly different dimension, and I'm trying to get my friend over in Germany. She's already on TikTok. She's only got about 8 followers, but one night I'm going to share her profile. I want everybody on my lives to follow her, and my present to her is to get her, a couple hundred followers, or even like 100 or 200, so she can come on audio and talk about Omnionic, she's in the United States right now, and they're doing a tour in the United States well, she's definitely from Venus. The other person was connected with Dr. Frank Strange's in the days when he was alive. And the other third person, I'm not sure who they are, but I know a lot of people in a lot of places, so to speak. A lot of people in a lot of places. Hey, Susie Z, good to have you with us. So if you've never heard of Omnionic, she is definitely a star person. Here I'm going to show you a picture of her. Let me see if I can do this here. Can I? Yes. Well, let me take the green screen off her. I'm going to show you a picture of Omnionic. This is when she was younger, but even though now she is not the same age, she is actually she actually looks great. Let me see here. Here she is, right here. This is Omnionic. This is when she was. She's from Venus. She's a Venusian. She came off a spaceship. She lives on Earth. She's a friend of mine. Her name is Omnionic. Okay. She's on Facebook, but Anja works with her. I just got Anja on TikTok. So this is Omnionic. This is who Omnionic is. I know a lot of people in the world who are very well-known people. Yeah, it's Omnionic. How many of you have heard of her? How many of you have heard of Omnionic? Yep. Very beautiful soul. When you get time, follow her information. She's very good. She's not on TikTok. Anja is on TikTok. I got Anja on TikTok. She only has 8 followers, but Anja goes by Venus something. I'll give you the information. Oh yeah, she knew Valiant Thor. Well, she probably does know Valiant Thor. All right. It looks like she's on my show right now, doesn't it? This is amazing. I can't do an impression of her, but she lives in Europe. She's going to be in the United States doing some workshops. And I believe she is Earth years. I think she is in her 70s in Earth years, but she doesn't look it. She looks really, really good. Can I pull her up? You mean put her on and she's not on TikTok. Her name, she's not on TikTok, but I'm going to have people follow this other person who is on TikTok who works with her directly. They're both, they worked for years together. The other one is also a Venusian, and she's in Germany, I think. I'll give you the name of the person. I'm letting my other iPad charge up. I'll bring it in a little bit later, and I'm going to give you the name of the person who I want people to follow. I want to bring her on the show from Germany to talk about Omnionic. Okay? And let me see if I can show you some pictures here. Wait a minute, I'm going to go back to the screen here. And is there any photos here? I don't think so. There might be in the back. No, not any. Oh, there are some photos. Wait a minute. Here's I thought there were some photos in the book here. But anyway, she's called Omnionic. She's not called Omnionic, but Omnionic is a different person. There's a photo here somewhere, and I keep on passing it. Here's some more pictures of Omnionic. Let me show you to him. Wait a minute. Before we get into the whole UFO thing here, hold on a minute. I'm going to bring the camera down for a minute. I have not heard about a spaceship Raw Douglas. I have not heard Raw Dog Las Vegas. I have not heard about a ship landing on the moon. Please fill me in on that. Let me just do this for a minute. So here's Omnionic. Here she is again. Here she is a little bit older. These are pictures. Do I have any other pictures here? Oh yeah, there are. I'm going to show you some pictures. We'll get into everything in a minute. Here's Omnionic. Here's Omnionic, and the woman next to her is my friend Aja. Aja's from they're from overseas, and they work together. She lives in Germany. And here's Omnionic there. Omnionic, first public appearance, Germany at a UFO conference in Dusseldorf in 1972. Some more pictures here. Wait a minute. There's Omnionic. Omnic with her 4 adult children. She has four siblings. Omnionic there. Omnionic over here. And here's Omnionic when she was younger. And she's again a Venusian. Here's Omnionic when she was really younger. Let's see. And Omnionic from Venus, she came here from Venus in the 4th dimension. And she actually came off a ship. Let me just go back. She came off a ship when she was a child from Venus. She came in, and a little child, the way I understand the story, had passed, and the parents took in Omnionic, who came off the ship, as their child. True story. Okay. True story. I just wanted to share that with you because it's true. Now, boy, do I have some things. I got my ET library behind me here. Man, there's things I can share with you that would blow your mind. Okay, let's see here. And I'm going to show you drawings of what her world would look like. So let me show you these drawings. We'll get into stuff here. I got to show you. I'm going to treat you to some really good stuff here about Omnionic. Yeah, she's my friend on Facebook. Omnionic has been on my show from Venus about 15 years ago. Let me go to these pictures here. We'll get into some interviews. I want to hear about the UFO reports here. But with me, I go, yes, everybody follow that. Let me pin that up. Thank you. So you want to follow Venus Spirit Anja. Everybody follow Venus Spirit Anja. I want to get her over 100 followers. I want to get her so many followers so I can bring her on. And she is also, her and Omnionic have been working together for years over in Germany. But Omnionic has come to the United States because she has family, siblings that live here in the United States. Hey, good to have you with us. Hello there, Rudy. Here's some drawings that I think are beautiful. Inscriptions, kind of a idea of what her, this is black and white, but you'll get the idea. Let me do this here. Okay, I'm just going to show you this for a minute. So this here is just a black and white drawing in the fourth dimension, Venusian spaceships. This is just a black and white drawing of the where she comes from. Okay. I'm going to show you another picture here. Hold on. If I can do this here. This here. Just a rendition of where her world is. So the Venus she comes from is in what we call the fourth dimension. Okay. Everybody follow Anja. Anja works directly with and coordinates a lot of things with Omnionic from Venus. So do you have any other pictures here? Let me see here. Here's another one right here. Just a drawing. These are just drawings here. Okay. Another drawing here. And here's another one here. This would be Venus in the fourth dimension. Venus in the fourth dimension. Okay. I'm going to go back to the screen here. I just wanted to share a little bit of what I have. I have so much information here, folks, you wouldn't believe it. There's a lot of things I know. Like I said, when I say I've been involved in this whole thing for a lot of years, I have. Let me just put this back. Make sure we have enough power coming here. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. No wonder. All right, now things are popping, I think. Let me see here. Okay, just want to make sure my power. Hey, everybody, good to see you. I think I'm going to put. Give me 1 second. I'm going to put another thing on here. We just have to put another cable here. Wait a minute. And this cable here is not working too well. I'm just putting something here so I don't lose my power. But it's not doing anything. Hold on a minute. All right, we're going to switch cables here. Give me one moment. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Encounters. Susan Mary, everybody, playing Rainbow, everybody coming in here. Welcome. I'm just changing cables here, which I need to do. And we're going to do this right now. Okay, I think we're good here. All right. Now we're cooking. All right. So, good evening, everybody around the world. Glad to have you with us here on Encounters. You have been approached. Do you mind telling by who? I've changed. Big blurry. Can you explain what you mean? I know people have been saying that I look younger. I've been getting that the last few nights, but changed, I'm not sure how. Hey, Star, welcome to the show. I got my apple cider going. It could be the apple cider. This is only for me and you. Okay. Can you explain more about what you mean by Venus in the fourth? Yes, I can. So there are multiple realities, like Earth. There are multiple Earth realities, multiple Venusian realities, multiple Martian realities, multiple Palladian realities. So not everything's not set in stone into one reality, right? There are multiple realities. And one of the things I've taught over the years in my workshops is there are multiple yous. What do I mean by multiple yous? Multiple yous means that for every you that's here, there's another you beyond here. Meaning, as you graduate into your next level of consciousness, that person that's you somewhere else is graduating to their next level of consciousness. So when we talk about expansive realities beyond limitation, that means there's many, many yous. So there could be just as many big blurries, just as many, witchy boos or Hello Kitty. There are many, many, obviously without saying real names or whatever, but there are many, many yous, which is a beautiful thing. So it's like when you go from first grade to high school, from high school to college, from college to whatever, you never stop going. You keep going, going, going. You keep going up. So look at it from that analogy that every single you, there's another you. Now, some cases, I talked about this the other night, there are people, let's just keep it on this level. There are just many, many yous. So there's one me here, but there's another me out there. What does that mean? So I'll use the whole analogy of me being a space person. So there's me here, and then there's the space person me, that my body is in stasis on an Ashtar Command spaceship. So not only am I here, but my physical space body is up there on a spaceship. See what I mean? So there are many, many yous. And many of you have space bodies that are in we call stasis right now as you're living here experiencing Earth. You have another you that's on a spaceship that is resting while you're here living on Earth experiencing all the crazy stuff on this planet. There are many, many yous, right? Grateful love. Is there? I'm going to bring you up. That's a great question. Grateful love. And I'm very spontaneous here. So if I start popping in there, that's what I like to do here. Grateful
Hello.
love. Great question. Good evening.
Hello, nice to see you.
Nice to have you with us. So your question is there a galactic base on the moon? So I'm going to go deep into it because I know a lot about the moon, which is an artificial structure. The moon is like an intergalactic space station. There are definitely things on the surface of the moon that are artificial, and there are also things inside the moon, which is an intergalactic space station that was put there millions and millions of years ago before any of us were alive, and probably longer than that. It was actually put there on purpose. So yeah, it's basically an intergalactic space station. Different types of space beings go there. I
Hmm.
don't know if they all kind of agree with each other or at least out of their way, but it's like if you look at Star Wars, they have these planets where it was neutral territory, and all the good people and all the other people all kind of mixed in on the planet to do things. So you can look at the moon as an artificial structure, which it is, which is an intergalactic station for many different types of space people.
Oh,
Yeah, great question.
thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah, no one's ever asked me that question before. So there, and where are you located? Are you in the U.S. or Europe or where?
No, this is Cuddy because I changed my name because they're making fun of my name.
Oh, they were okay. I like this name. Oh, okay, I know who you are. Grateful Love. That's a great name. Good
Yeah.
profile change too. Yeah, so yeah, it's definitely a intergalactic space station.
Mhm.
Um, but the main
So,
thing is beyond the sun. Like what I always say, on the other side of our sun. Like you say, well, are we going to see the other side of the sun? Beyond the sun, there's a lot going on right now. There's a lot going on beyond the sun. Beyond the sun, when you look at the sun, beyond the sun, there are many galactic forces that are beyond the sun on the other side. They
mhm.
hide with the sunlight. They hide with the sunlight because it's so bright. They can only be detected when the sun's going down. So if you ever look at the sun when it's going down, you'll see spaceships. How many people know that? That you can see spaceships when the sun, right before the point it goes down. If you look with good, strong goggles, you'll be able to see spaceships.
I didn't know that. Is
Yeah.
there a Planet X behind the sun as well?
Planet X, I talked to a gentleman in the early days of the internet when PCs were it and there was no TikTok or cell phones. And he actually documented Planet Narubu. Planet
Yes.
Narubu is definitely real. Planet Narubu definitely exists, and it's quite big, and it's behind and beyond the sun. So if you went away from the sun, everybody, and you're able to travel from Earth beyond the sun, you would eventually see Narubu, which is an actual planet.
It's bigger than the sun.
It's way bigger than the sun.
Wow.
But the sun's light is so bright it blocks out Narubu. Some people have documented it with special camera lenses, but Narubu is real.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
Amazing.
it
And
is.
is it
There'll be a
coming in
time
our
when,
directory?
say again,
Is it coming towards us?
it's a planet. It's a huge planet, but is it coming towards us? Let's put it this way: it's always been where it has been. We're just over the years waking up to the fact that it exists. People, let's say in space agencies, be it the European Space Agency, be it NASA, be it other space agencies in China or England or wherever, they all know that planet Narubu exists, but they're not telling the public. They all know it exists, but they're not telling the public.
Okay, let's. I'll just stop talking about it there.
Oh, you're good. Your questions are right on the money. So, yeah, I'm glad you're asking.
Yeah, I just don't want to get you banned or anything. I just want to
Oh
keep
no,
it
I can't
on.
get banned for telling the truth.
Yeah.
I've already fought that battle. So,
Okay, I apologize. Well, you should probably let me off then. I'll let you
Eh,
continue your
I'll
story.
continue, but your questions, you got a lot of good questions in there, man. So I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming up, Grateful Love. That's a good name. I like that name.
Thank you.
Uh, Grateful Love, our first guest on the show tonight. Let me bring him down. Yeah, and so as far as Planet Narubu is concerned, and we want to definitely hear about people's sightings tonight. It's real. It does exist. The sun is so bright that it at times blocks it out. But people have documented photos, not talking about AI, all that stuff, or CGI stuff. But there are people that are documenting Planet Narubu. Okay, it's quite big. Yes, Kate, it's quite big. I keep calling it a planet, but it could be a ship too. But it would be the biggest ship beyond the other side of the sun. You know, the thing is huge, without a question. It's really huge. And there's a lot of things, like I said. Yeah, and there's many more ships, Kate, that are coming up. Matter of fact, Kate, I'll bring you up. We're gonna bring Kate up. I'm following Kate. I'm very spontaneous here. I like what Kate's saying here. So we're gonna bring Kate up on encounters. You might be next, whoever you are out there. Hey, Kate,
Hiya.
welcome to the
Yeah,
show.
thank you very much for having me. I'm in Glasgow in Scotland.
Ah, Scotland. It's great to have you over in Scotland. I know about the Loch Ness monster. You know,
Yeah,
well,
it's
that's
been sighted a few times.
so. Tell us about. I'm gonna actually bring you on camera, Kate, if I can. I got a camera here. Can you come on camera?
It's like 4:25 a.m. here, so
You kind of like not presentable for camera.
not really.
Okay, we'll leave it alone. You're in Scotland, So, so tell us about what you have learned about Narubu, because it is definitely a huge thing.
From what I understand is that from what what normal people call UFOs or UAPs, but they say to me that because I've been in contact with them twice since about 23rd of November 2012, they say they want to be called Star Family. They say it's an insult to be called a UAP or to be called a UFO, that they're observing us, that they want to like be like kind of they would like to be like us, although they can't be, but they do walk amongst us. They do live here above and below. As many people know that they're trying to help us, that they aren't a threat like the governments are trying to install fear into this whole entire planet and kind of cause darkness and worry and
Mm,
anxiety. They want to bring cures to us to help us, and they're basically saving our planet. But they're just fed up
mm,
of all the fear mongering and scaremongering and people being scared of them, because you don't need to be scared of them. They're actually really loving beings. They're not a threat to humanity. They really aren't.
mm.
They've done a lot to
And
like when I've been scared or I've been worried. They've actually been trying like they've just like helped calm me. They've helped heal when I've not been well, and I can feel when they're around. And
mm,
sometimes I can see them, and I can see their ships in the sky. I mean, I have lots of photos and videos like on my TikTok page. And they do show to me.
really,
They will show to me. Oh, yeah, when it's a clear sky, they will show to me, and they will be outside like either the kitchen window or my bedroom window. They will show to me, and they will be above like behead if I'm like traveling and back and forward from work and that. Then when I come back from work, like they'll be there for me, and they will use color communication, and they will also use telepathy.
yeah, yeah. So I'm very interested now. You really are an amazing person. Case over in Scotland, and this is what it's about. All over the world, people are having experiences. So when did you start having contact? Can you tell me who they are, where they're from? Very
Um,
interesting.
I think Syrian and some are Palladians and
Hmm.
some are the kind of blue beings as well. I've got like I get introduced
Yeah.
to there's certain ones that show to me, but that like some are kind of shy, so they're not quite used to me yet because they've only just started to show up. But the first kind of ones I've had, I think it's the Palladian ones. The
Hmm.
first been since about November 23rd, 2012 was my first communication, and ever since then, and it's been ongoing.
Yeah. Now you mentioned the blue beings. They're Arcturians, the blue ones.
Yeah,
Yeah. You have the
but I mean,
Palladians, the Arcturians, and what was the other one you mentioned?
I think it's the Sirens as well that are around
The
our in
Sirens.
our
Yeah, yeah,
atmosphere.
yeah.
And they show me how they can manipulate the sky, like how they can make it bright and then how they can make it dark. It's like incredible within, I would say, minutes. Like I'll ask them a question, but I'll do it using telepathy, and I'll say, like to them using telepathy, can you show me how you can make the sky bright, how you can make it dark, how you come in and how you come out, and then how they can cloak and how they can uncloak, and they'll show me that when I actually ask a question, but you don't do it out loud, you ask it in your head and they will
Hmm.
communicate back with you. And
Oh,
then
wow.
what they love is colour. They love the same things as humans enjoy. They love water, they love the outdoors, they love the forests, the lakes, the mountains.
Wow.
They love colour.
So,
They
so
absolutely
they,
adore colour.
so they've shared these things with you, correct, in communications?
Yeah, they love music as well. They absolutely love music, like all types
Oh,
of different
wow.
music. They'll actually see if you play music. And if they're sitting like close outside your window, but they'll come if you ask them. They'll sit at a certain not to make you uncomfortable, but they'll sit where you want them to be. So I mean, so they'll be where you feel comfortable with them, and gradually building like I would call them my star family. Lots of
Ah,
people are
yeah.
scared, but like I'll say to them, right, can you sit at a certain distance so that I know I'm comfortable with them, they're comfortable with
Hmm.
me, and I can
Yeah.
see them from the ship window. So it makes me comfortable and I feel safe now with them. I don't never feel fear, never ever feel fear. I always feel safety, I feel love,
Mm.
I feel
Mm.
warmth. And they love music. If I'm listening to music like I have a window open, like they love music. I have this like I've got this like, colour thing that I use with them as well. I have this wee colour light that I use with them, and I have all different colours like the rainbow, and they absolutely love it. Like I'll show them the different colours, and then what they'll do is they'll repeat the colours back to me, back and forward, and like
Oh wow.
they love that. They
Now,
absolutely love it, like because they know what colour is my favourite. So like I'll ask them like, what is my favourite colour? Because they know what my favourite colour is, which is turquoise. So
yeah.
they'll show me turquoise, so I know it's them. If I mean, and then they'll say like, what's my second or third, and then they'll show me back and forward. When I use the colour light, they'll respond back and forward, back and forward. If I mean, and then if I ask them questions, they'll respond each
Hmm.
time.
Now, do they, Kate, do they physically? This is very interesting, folks. If you're not watching my show right now, you should be watching Encounters. Kate's my guest in Scotland, and beautiful, beautiful person. And can you tell me how many years have you had contact with the Palladians, the Arcturians, and the Styrians?
Probably since 2012.
2012, since 2012. And how
Yeah,
old are you now in 2025?
43.
43. Wow. So from 2012 to 2020, wow, that's a long time. So I got to imagine in all those years of you getting, as they got used to you, your star family, have you
Hmm.
ever been physically contacted? Have they physically come off the ship and come to you?
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they were
Tell us about
the
that.
first time that was my first contact was when it actually came down because like again what I asked was because wanted to see them if I mean so they actually appeared on the ground at ground level so in the garden on the pathway and they actually showed it was like as if it was like there was some the guy was dressed as if back in the 80s he had like this wee cap and he had like wee cigar and he had his kind of trainers, whatever, and he just looked like somebody at the 80s and he was tapping his wee feet and he was smiling at me and I was just like he looked human to me just joining because they don't want to scare you so they will show in the form of a human being they won't show as this little thing that everyone says is the little green man that is not how they look
Right,
that's
that's right.
not
You're
this
right
whole
about that.
idea of oh it's like little green men from or whatever and it's like no that's not how they look
They're not little
and
green men. That's the Hollywood.
no,
Yeah.
they'll show to you as a human because they don't want to scare or stuff. I mean, but there are ones that do have the big eyes and stuff. But again, some are tall, some are wee, some are tiny, some some are about probably 4 feet. Maybe some are slightly taller than that. Again, some are 6, 7, maybe taller than that as well. But like once you kind of like get used to them, they're not scary, and they don't mean any harm. Like they're afraid of us just like we are of them, but they don't want to be. You know what I mean, like they don't want to scare us, and that's the message I keep getting repeated. Don't be afraid, please don't be afraid. We mean no harm. We just want to help, and we're
Yeah, they
here
want
to
to
help
help.
humanity, and we want to be
Yeah.
like you. We want to experience what it's like to be a human being and take part and walk amongst you and like be friends with you and take part in things like you and experience life. I find they don't want us to be afraid of them. We've got no reason to, but the governments want to
Mhm.
fill us with oh they want to take over, they want to own her, they want
Right.
to
That's right.
destroy and they no.
Yeah.
That's
Kate's
not what they're
absolutely
here
correct.
for.
Yeah. You're
No,
absolutely right, Kate. They're not here to take over.
no.
Our Hollywood movies and even on social media, isn't it amazing, folks who are watching this, that all over the world, and still people that are into the whole UFO thing about contact, the people that are into that, they keep showing pictures of beings that look like they're ready to gobble up somebody. And they haven't gotten it into their consciousness that the space people do not look like monsters. They don't look
No.
like, these big headed people that are out to get human beings on Earth. And Kate, you know this just by your
Yeah,
stories. So, and Kate is having physical contact with them. So when they come to you, they'll dress up in regular clothes, but if you were to
yes.
stand next to them and look at them, you would see that they are space people, but they're just wearing human clothes, correct?
Yeah, uh-huh. I
Yeah,
mean, they don't look, they just look
absolutely
like a
correct.
normal, like, they just look like us, just like a normal human being.
Yeah,
I mean, I would say there's about 93 races that they've told me. That's what I know so far. Like, they haven't given me any more information. But also, what I'll say is, once you have contact, I'm going to tell you this, this is really, really, really good. That when you have contact, you start to have, I wouldn't say they're dreams, I would say it's more of the it's like a journey. It's like being inside a chapter of a book where you can go to different places, and it's like you'll remember every single little thing, every detail of where you've been. And it's
Yeah.
like everything I can remember, everything, every place I've been, the downloads of information that they will give you, the healing vibrations they'll give you. If you're not feeling well, they'll look after you. If you're sick, they'll look
Oh,
after you.
wow.
If you ask them for help using telepathy, if you use color communication with them, I can guarantee you 100%, if you're in pain, no matter where it is in the body, they will come help heal you. If you're like really, really, really ill, having whatever it is, they heal you. Do you know what I mean? They can do it while you're asleep. They can do it while you're like in between awake and asleep. Do you know what I mean? You might feel like a coldness, you might feel a warmth, you might feel a heat, like really, really hot, and that's them like bring like a kind of comfort of healing to you without like there's
And
no
Kate,
pain involved.
how do they know when to help you? Can you tell people how that works?
Basically, if you reach out to them and you can like say to them like with using telepathy, like they can feel your basically they can feel human emotions. Like they know when you're
Hmm.
really down, they know when you're upset, they know when you're going through rough and tough times, and if there's stuff wrong with your body, they can feel it if you're like in pain. Like they feel your emotions, so they feel what you're feeling. Basically, they experience that, so they'll come
Mm.
and help. You know what I mean? But
Oh, wow.
also using telepathy with them and letting them know. But they can feel, or it's like if I'm not well, it's like for some reason, like because of the communication I've had, they know automatically, like when I'm not
Yeah.
well or if I'm
Wow.
quiet or whatever, and they can
Now,
pick up on things.
and Kate, have you, since 2012, since you're now in your 40s, have you been physically uh, allowed to go on their spaceship, any of the spaceships, physically?
I think that's what happens when it's like when I'm going through like chapters in the book. I feel like that's when it happens, if you know what I mean. So it's like in between. It's as if you're dreaming, but you're not dreaming, if you know what I mean, because you can remember it, and it's like I can remember it's like colors, and I can see them for like short periods of time, and then you get taken to I don't know. It's like it's as if they take you on a journey to different places,
Journey.
and
Yeah. And so let's talk about those journeys. I believe you were taken on their ships more than once,
yeah,
for all the years you've been with them. There's like you have family, like, my mother, my father, my two sisters and brother are space people on a spaceship, which I will meet eventually, hopefully before the end of this year for the first time. Um, so tell me, when they take you on the ship, which I believe they do, they have a way of doing it. And then in some cases, I believe most of the time it's physical, but you
mm-hmm.
might not remember it. You might remember what happens. So there is a physical element to this.
It's
When
like
you're
time.
taken,
It's like a time missing for me. It's like I what I'll remember is that they do knocks. So if they're here, they'll do like knocks on my door. They'll do knocks on the wall. They'll
yeah,
do like stuff on the window to let me like they'll do like a tap tap tap
wow,
tap tap
they tap,
tap
yeah,
tap 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 tap, and that's them letting me know like we're here. Excuse me,
yeah. Excuse
I'm
me, we're
here. Do you know what I
here.
mean?
And
Communicate. Do you know what I mean? Don't ignore us. Communicate.
now,
Tap
and
tap
Kate,
tap
when they
tap.
knock on the door, how long is it after that you're on the spaceship? That they're saying we're ready to have you come on the spaceship. Does that happen a lot of times,
No, an
or
hour and
certain
a
times when
half,
they're
maybe
knocking?
half, sometimes an hour, sometimes half an hour, maybe slightly less than that. Because I always
Hmm.
remember missing time, do you know what I mean? But they always, it's like
Hmm.
I know that I'm brought back, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. So when you're taken off
It's like a
planet,
heat, and then it's a knock, and then it's a tap, and then it's a knocking again, and then I'll go to the window kind of thing, and then I'll go back into bed, and the next thing is it's like it's much later than I remember. So I know obviously there's missing time there.
wow. So are you off planet? For my friend April, she goes off planet hundreds of times, and they usually will take her off planet for maybe an hour Earth time, but it
Hmm.
could be weeks and weeks or a month before she off planet, because there's no time. But in the realm, when she comes back, she's only been off planet for Earth based time in about an hour. When you're taken on the spaceship with the Palladians, the Arcturians, and the Syrians, because I believe they're all working together, are you do you come back within like an hour and a half Earth time?
sometimes I'm missing up to like 3 to 4, maybe 5 hours at times. Sometimes
Five
it's
hours. Wow.
slightly less. Sometimes
Hmm.
it's like a couple of hours. It varies. Like it doesn't happen. It happens like within maybe every few weeks. Maybe it just depends on when they kind of come in and come out. If you know what I mean. But it's when it's
Yeah.
clear skies, which it's not right now. But when it's
Hmm.
clear skies, it'll happen. But if there's no clear skies, then it won't happen. But they can only communicate with us and come into our world when it's like clear skies. They have trouble when they cloud it over and they do like what we know with cloud seeding and whatever else that this government evil stuff that goes on in our world. Like they want to block them out. They don't want us seeing them. They don't want us to communicate with them because they know they're here to help
Right.
humanity and they don't like that. The governments don't want any of that happening. They
Oh,
want to
you're saying the
control.
government's trying to prevent us from seeing them.
Yeah, to block
Yeah.
them
Well,
out,
that's
stop
true.
them
Yeah, the
coming
government is
in.
trying to stop it.
Yeah, and it's so they find it hard. And then when the ships will be there and they'll stand their ground, like when the jets and that come underneath them, or they'll send out like the military kind of people to come out because I've watched it, and I was so proud of them because for the first ever time they stood their ground, I was like, nope. I was like, just sit there. I was like, just sit there. Do you know what I mean? Just never mind them because that's what they want. They want to run you off. If I mean, they want you to
Yeah.
go out. I was like, just cloak in the cloud. I was like, just go above, cloak in the cloud, and just let them sail past. I was like, just stand your ground, and they did. And I was so proud
Yeah.
of them. I was like, don't let
Yes.
them bother you. I was like, do not let them bother you. I was like, them just
Yeah.
stand your ground, cloak, and then when they're
So,
gone,
okay, when they take you on the ship, um, do they do you live in like a rural area of Scotland?
I live in like the West End, so it's like kind of leafy trees. Yeah,
Fields and
I mean
trees.
it's outside
Okay.
of the city centre, so yeah, towards
So
the
when
hill.
you so when they take you onto the ship, do they land one of their ships in a field near you? Do they land the
They'll
ship?
stay. No, they'll stay above my window normally.
They'll st- the ship stays above, hovers
Yeah,
above your window of your
just
home.
like it will stay like right outside, and it'll be like low. If you know what I mean,
Yeah.
what I found is they love between the trees. They love to stay between the trees. They have this thing about they love to be between the trees.
Ah, yes, yes.
They
So,
love trees. They love to like stay in that, but they'll come forward and come out. But what I
hmm
found is that they like to stay, and that's where they like to have their ship or on
hmm
a roof. If you know what I mean, kind of thing. So yeah.
And so when they get when you walk with them, I'm feeling like you're walking with your star family. Do they beam you up into the ship? My friend April gets taken up on a beam into the spaceship.
That's a really strange thing. Sometimes I can remember as if that happens, and then
Hmm.
sometimes it's like colors and warmth, and then do you know what I mean, that's what I remember, and
Yeah.
then and
Hmm.
then I'm brought back. If you know what I mean,
Very interesting. Very
it's like I think they
interesting.
don't want me to be scared because it's like as if I think they're kind of still in ways shy. If you know what I mean, they're not quite there. I'm
Hmm.
comfortable with them, but with the
Hmm.
new star families that are coming in that they're introducing me to, they're not quite there yet with me where the other ones
Yeah.
are. They're quite shy, so it's like
I
it's
mean,
kind of
some of the star people that are new to you are
mhm.
shy because they've never
Yeah,
met you before, correct? That's
yeah,
interesting.
and
And then
that's
the other
only started
ones
to happen in the last few weeks.
in the last few weeks.
Yeah,
And the other star beings that are meeting you, not just the Palladians, the Syrians, and the Arcturians, where are they from? Do they have a name for who they are?
not yet. That's
Not
what I've
yet.
been trying
Okay.
to work with because they're like I'm saying they're shy, so they're not communicating like with me. They'll
Mm-hmm.
show like a tiny amount of light, but not compared to the normal ones that like straight away. There's, do you know what I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm still
And
like trying
have
to work out with them.
now, and you might know this. They might have. So I work with the Ashtar Command. I come from off planet. I'm here consciously. I'm human. I have a family
Mhm.
here and everything. I have a daughter, wife, and everything, cousins, brother, whatever, all Earth based. But I, as a young age, had contact when I was in the '60s, Kate, and it was my star family landed in a cul-de-sac in Long Island on the East Coast, and I went upstairs for no reason out of the kitchen and went into my brother's room and saw a spaceship, saucer ship, with men and women and young adults wearing light blue space outfits. I know exactly what the space outfits looked like. I can never
Mhm.
forget them. So I never. remember ever. I was just looking out the window at them. I don't remember ever being taken on a ship, but I don't know if they took me on the ship or not. I just know that I looked at the spaceship, went downstairs, tried to get everybody upstairs to look. Nobody came up, went back up. The ship was still there, hovering above the cul-de-sac. So your story resonates with me a whole lot. So these other, now you mentioned earlier the space star people said there are 93 other races. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's the kind of downloads of information they've been giving me. But I mean,
Mm.
I've only trying to think
Wow.
of 5 or 6 kind of ships that show up. So like out of that, about 2 or 3 that I'm using the telepathy and the color communication with at the moment. So I'm
Mm.
still trying to get
Mm.
used to the new ships that have only just started to show up. But I mean,
And,
I'll see
and
them.
are
I'll see
they?
them in the window. They'll stay. They'll stay like
Yeah.
just above grounds. They don't want what is we don't want to scare you. We don't want to frighten you.
the-
Yeah, we want to like can I keep this going? And I keep
Yeah.
saying to them, can I see you? Can I see you? Can
Yeah.
I come onto your ship? And they're still like, I think it's a thing of they're still kind of maybe. Do you know what I mean? And I think they're trying to like take their time and not rush things. And I'm like,
Yeah. They
I've
don't want to
asked them
rush
a few
things.
times.
Did they tell you anything about? Let me just say this, and I want to see what they've told you. So I work with the Ashtar Command, which I'm sure they are part of. Um, we're supposed to have contact by the end of this year. Have they talked to you, the space beings from their ships that you've communicated with, anything about, uh, that obviously what they're doing is doing it right. They're not trying to scare anybody.
Yeah.
Have they talked to you about their perceptions of having contact with the people of Earth?
Yeah, they said that they will be coming, they'll be landing their ships in March at some point. They said it'll be sooner than later in March. That's what they've told me.
So they're telling you this is amazing. The
Hmm.
space beings, the Arcturians, the Palladians, and the Syrians, they are telling you they're going to land their ships sometime in March, correct?
Yeah, that's what they've been working up to because they're saying
Really?
because of the way that our world is at the moment and because of all the threats of war and all the kind of
Yeah,
manipulation and the
yeah,
brainwashing and the fear, they feel that they need to start to interfere now and to stop things. But what I can also tell you is war and nuclear war is not going to happen. Here's the reasons
okay,
why. They can take nuclear weapons off this world and they are clearing out the baddies and we are winning and the light is winning. I can guarantee you that 100%. They will not
wow,
stand for it. That's why they're over nuclear bases. That's why they're disarming things and they're disarming all these nuclear missiles and weapons and
yeah,
all these bad things. They're stopping asteroids, comets, they're stopping any threat of war. They're not going to allow
yeah,
war. And I can tell
wow,
you this for another thing, they are not going to let World War III happen. That is a guarantee. They're not going to let it happen. So nobody has to worry, no anxiety, no stressing out, don't be worrying, don't be
mm,
thinking, oh my god, this, that, and the other. It's not.
yeah, see,
You're stopping it. They're here in the skies. They're if you see the clouds, there'll be weird shapes and stuff. That's them in the clouds. Like they're watching, they're observing. They can stop all this stuff, and they've been doing this for centuries. They've been looking after
yeah,
this planet long before we came here. If I mean, because before basically we lived on Mars, we ended ourselves because of nuclear war. And the fallout and the high
yeah,
radiation Elon Musk keeps talking about, never going to happen because it's
no,
still
no,
full of high radiation. So there ain't no
yeah,
way we can go to Mars because it's still
and
bad.
you're just an amazing. I can. There's no way I'm letting you go here. We have so many things to ask. Um, the other thing is, yeah, because it makes perfectly good sense that the space people want to make contact sooner because this world is kind of upside down right now, and some or all these Earth-based so-called leaders, and this is for entertainment purposes only, are really pushing the boat here and trying to get people so involved in their everyday life that they don't know that there are positive space people up in the skies and in our oceans and so they are there. Are their ships like located mostly in Scotland right now? Are they hanging out with you, or what's going on? Can you tell us a little bit
No,
about
they're
that?
no, they're all over the world. People just need
All
to
over the
start looking
world.
up. not just
Hmm.
in Scotland, not just in Glasgow. They're in the they get sighted in London like a lot during the day,
London.
sometimes at night
Hmm.
time. Yeah, they seem to be getting spotted in London. They're in America, they're in Canada, they're in France, they're in Switzerland. They're all over the world, wherever like
Mm.
Ukraine, Poland, yeah, all different places, Russia. They're everywhere because they don't want war. Do you know what I mean? They do not
No,
want
they don't
war.
want war,
They're trying
and they're
to
going to.
build. They're trying to
Yeah.
make us all to realize that money, this whole monetized system and the money system and being cruel to each other and being divided is not working. And they're basically what's happening is the earth is splitting, okay? Not actually physically splitting, but we're going into like a new reality of some people will stay in the 3D, which is a negative world because
Right.
they've not grown to that place yet, and some of us will be going to 5D. So it's not as if the world's actually breaking and it's splitting. That's not the case. What it means is that you're going higher up, basically, and
Mm.
some people will stay in the lower dimension, and some of us are going to be in a higher vibration, which is the 5D. So it means you're
Yeah.
going to be better, you'll eat better, you'll sleep better, you'll feel better, you'll feel lighter, you'll be a
Hmm.
happier person because you're not worrying, you're not tuned into the news, you're not listening to all this negative stuff, and you're not being
Yeah.
brainwashed, you're not being put down all the time. And you're going to find like-minded people like yourselves, and they're going to be helping that. And that's what's happening right now, where
Hmm.
the world is so divided, and they're trying to bring us
Mm.
back together again, and they're trying to
Yes.
take out this thing of don't be turning against each other, don't be hating on each other and causing violence and being nasty and
Hmm.
negative
Hmm.
and they want us to be living in love and peace and helping each other, being kind. They're always saying to me, be kind, pass it forward, do something good for somebody else, look after
Hmm.
other people, take care of your families. You do not know how lucky you are, if you know what I mean, because they have
Really.
families as well. And the other thing that they've been telling me is that what the governments don't understand that keep them captive and shoot them down and all kind of thing is they have families just like we do on Earth. They have children just like we do. They have
Yeah.
relatives just like we do. And they want to go back to them safe. They don't want to be held captive here and treated really badly like our governments do because they're scared of them. And they want to think the
Yeah.
worst of them and think all these horrible,
I mean, our
nasty things.
governments want us to think the worst of the space people,
Yeah, they
correct?
want their technology. They want their technology and
That's all they want. Yeah.
they think that they're going to get all this technology off them, but they'll give them technology from a long, long time ago. Okay, they're not going to give up their technology
Yeah.
they have now because they're centuries ahead of the human race's technology. That's all I'm going to say. Like they can basically see if you see a jet or a plane, well, what you might see, like it's actually a ship. Okay, but they can
Hmm.
actually change their ships. Like you know how you can see the normal UFO ships. So
Yeah.
now
They can
what's
change
happening
it.
is the wee planes that you might see in the sky and they have all different
Hmm.
fancy lights on them. Basically, what happens is they can change them into their ship. So it might
Hmm.
look like a jet to you, it might look like a plane to you quickly, and then it will change. It can change from a rectangular shape into a plane, a tube effect into a plane, and then back into like a circular ship like you're used to
Hmm.
seeing. They have all different ones and different coloured ships, different coloured lights. They'll hang
Yeah.
in the sky, but they don't. Our government doesn't have anything to what they think that they have. They don't. They can't stay in the sky. Our government ones cannot stay in the sky. They have to refuel, so they have to go back
That's
home.
right. That's absolutely
Where
correct.
the other ones can cloak, they can come back in, they can come in and out of our world, they can use all forms of different technology within seconds. They can be here. Do you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
we have nothing to be fearing about. We have nothing to be worrying about because they are going to protect us. So everyone can sleep well, rest easy, because we have protection in this world. I can guarantee you below, above, in the skies, there's also what they call the sky people. See if you see clouds. I've been taught this over a long period of time where we
Hmm.
also have families which are called the sky people as well. Not just our UFO star families, but we actually have what's called the cloud people, which
The cloud people.
like see if you watch really really carefully in some certain days there are like ships in the sky but there's also cloud people, but if you watch, and I mean watch really really carefully, you can see them walking through the clouds. Like I kid you not,
Hmm.
you can see them walking. I've been spotting this over the last few days, and if you look at my photos you can actually see the faces, you can see the people. And I mean, I've got actual clear
And
photos the other
can you
day.
explain Kate, for people that's just a whole new reality when we talk about the cloud people?
Hmm.
Did you learn that from the space people? How did you learn about the cloud people?
First from I would say probably first from observing the ships, and then they kept telling me look up, be observant, watch. Do you know what I mean? Look really, really carefully. They said you'll
Hmm.
start to see things that you think that it's your imagination. You'll think it's a trick of the eye, can't be, can't happen, not real. Do you know what I mean? Like something out of a movie kind of thing. But in the last few last few days, I was watching the sky because I was watching like because I can see, I know when there's ships in the sky and when there's not ships in the sky, when they
Yeah.
cloak or if they uncloak. And as I was watching the cloud, I seen this thing walking so fast, and I was like, no, it can't be, that cannot be real.
Hmm.
And they're like,
Hmm.
keep watching. And I'm like, right, okay, like what they talking about. So I kept watching it, and I swear to you, I swear down, I
You
could see this
saw
thing. It was really tall, and it was walking so fast through the
it
sky,
was
like
now
past this cloud.
when you say cloud people, are they walking on a cloud?
No, they walk past them.
They
Like
walk
as if
past the
it's not
cloud.
there, like as if it's not there. They'll walk like really
Really?
fast.
Yeah, I've
They're
been hearing
much,
about
much
this.
taller. They're much taller than the star people, like way, way, way taller.
Really?
And they
And what
walk
did they
so
look? Can you
fast.
tell us what they look like? You've seen these cloud people. What do they look like?
Really tall things, like really tall. I would say it looks like I don't know if it's like is it I don't know if it's like people that have like passed over and then they're shown like as if a shadow figure in the clouds, but that walk as if it's like they're still here with us, so that they're coming in and they can go back to the other
Hmm.
dimension where obviously they've passed over to. So I'm wondering if that's what the sky people are, or if it's an ancient
Yeah.
civilization that are obviously they can travel. Like because I've been
Hmm.
understanding from other people that have seen this same phenomenon as me is they've seen like cities are in the sky, but everyone keeps mocking them and making fun of them, saying, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah," kind of thing. But when you watch the sky, you can see things if you're really, really, really observant over
You
time. I
can.
mean, it's taken me
You're
a
right.
long, long time to get to this point, and I'm
Hmm.
43 now, and I've been a skeptic. I've never believed straight away, and that built up over time, taking photos, taking
Yeah.
videos, and just paying attention and just watching the skies and stuff. And I was just like the other day, I was like, how is that possible? How am I seeing this? How is that happening? I'm like, I've never ever seen that. But 2 days ago, I was like, oh my God, I understand what they mean. And I could actually see this thing. It was like as if the clouds were there, but it literally walked right past them as if the clouds
Mm.
weren't there. I was like,
And
oh my God.
the sky people. As I listen, I tune into what you're saying. As I try to visualize them, they are tall. They can walk. They can go from. They come from very high dimensions of
Yeah,
existence,
they
but
do.
they can come. They can walk on the clouds, and they're not going to fall on the clouds because they're
No.
very advanced and they operate in a different vibrational pattern. Correct?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, really high vibrational. I think
Yeah.
is it seven, eight, and nine, as far as I know, from other people
Mm.
who've seen these things that have said to me that they're from those higher dimensions that from
Yeah.
where our star family are from. But so they've told me from because this is my first time like properly like seeing it happen right in front of my face, right in front of my eyes the other day, and I get told it's like seventh, eighth, and ninth vibrational that they're
Mm.
from.
Asking Kate, do they float or do they do both floating and walking?
Well, yeah, walk. I would say my first observation 2 days ago is they were walking really, really. I mean,
Mm.
faster than I've seen.
Hmm. Interesting.
And
Wow, that's
sometimes they'll float
amazing.
along, but this first one I've seen yesterday, I would say
Yeah.
it was walking fast. It was, and it was gone again. And I was like, did I just see it? And I was like, yeah, I did just see that right in front of my face. There's no denying it, right in front of my face, and
Yeah.
for my own eyes, right there was no way that I did not see it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. And are the sky people just like the star people, just like your space people on the ships? Are they both men and women that are walking the sky people on these clouds?
What's it remind me
How
of?
would you?
You know that movie that came out where it's like they go into like a kind of simulation, like, and it's like all it's where them it's like we go in and we take over their lands kind of thing. That's what they look like.
Oh, wow. That's
The one that
amazing.
I saw yesterday, that's what it looked like. It had like the kind of cat kind of, you know, the ears kind of thing, and then like the long kind
Yeah.
of tail. And then there's other ones who just look like an actual tall human being, and then some of them look like a couple of them have
They'll,
like the fear. The fear was a kind of thing as well, like the fear face, and then the cats
yeah.
with them, the big long sticks that they used to carry, kind of thing. That's part of the
Yeah.
fear.
But they'll have a beautiful energy. That's the main thing,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah,
Yeah.
they do.
You're
Yeah, they
amazing.
do.
You're
Like
amazing, Kate.
I don't feel fear. I feel like they're like observing us and watching, just like what the UFOs or what my star family would say. I think that they're like working alongside with them, do you know, and they want to live in peace and harmony. Because I mean,
Hmm.
people in planes that have been on holiday have also. I mean, I've watched videos and they're like, "What is this?" Straight up in the clouds, and like, What are these?" And then people are saying that they're like what they call the cloud people.
The clay
They're in
people.
our world as well. That's what they're now. People are observing when they're traveling on planes, and they're calling the cloud people. Like they're physically seeing them with their own eyes, or taking video footage on the plane from the plane window, and they're saying clear, just like I have. They're saying clearly, and they're like, "What is that?" And
Yeah. So
people are
if
now
they're
saying
30,
they're the cloud people.
can you call them are they called the clay people? Is that what you're saying, clay people?
I would say the cloud people. That's what I
What do
call
they
them.
look, what do they look like? Let's say, for lack of a better understanding. This is interesting.
Um, probably I would. I don't know how I would
That's
describe them.
okay.
I think I call them like ancient. I think they're from the ancient civilizations, because some of them
Hmm.
show as in like the pharaoh. They have that pharaoh's look about them, the way that they're like how they. I don't, it's like how they show you how they're dressed, but like it's
Hmm.
like quite fine at Gilead, and then how their faces would be like
Okay.
from our ancient civilizations, like going back from the pharaohs' time, from the pyramids kind of things. They show, and they have the big long sticks. Some of them have the big cat ears, and they have the pointed nose, and then they
Oh,
have like
yes. Okay.
animals. And
Hmm.
then some of
Hmm.
them look like space people, but they're I would call them the cloud people from but they look like what your star family would look like, but far
Yeah.
taller.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna have to hook you up with my friend April, Friends with Fairies. When she's on, she'll love you. You're gonna have to share some of your stories with your space contacts. And we've been talking about contact for 3 years now on my on here. I met you'll love, like I said, April. We're part of a group of 5 that are going off planet, and I kept saying 3 years ago that it's, or whenever I got on here, that in 2026 is when contact would happen. But based on what you're talking about with your direct contact with the space people, that they want to, they're telling you straight out that they're going to make contact with Earth, according to them, in the month of March, which we're in now. This is early March. Have they stated exactly when in March on Earth time when they're going to do this?
What they told me is early March. They haven't given me a
Early
specific
March.
date, but they said early March. But
Okay, so right now,
they said if things were to escalate with how things are, and that it would be before then. But they are still watching, they are still observing, and they are concerned. They don't like how things are going and how the governments are putting our people in fear, how
yeah,
things are being run and taken over, and they don't
yeah,
like this. They don't like it
uh,
at all. They're not
yeah. Well,
happy with us.
you're going to be a regular guest on this show because you have contact and you have good information, and I think that's beautiful. And yeah, I want to thank you for being on here, Kate. I'm following you. I'm glad you found me. This show's on. It's what, about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning in Scotland.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
Yeah, so it's about 12:05 here, 4 or 5 in the morning. So we're on your time about 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning, which is so if it's 5 there, we're on at 4 a.m., which is 11 p.m. here in the United States.
So it's 5 past 5 in the morning here in the
Okay,
UK
so
time.
yeah. All right, so we come on at 4 a.m., which is Scotland time, and that would be 11 p.m. In the New England in Connecticut here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to thank you for being here.
CmdrAleon,
You've
I
been,
will say that to them. I will ask them.
yeah. If you see them, tell them that CmdrAleon said hello. I want to see if they know who I am.
I will do as
Commander
well.
CmdrAleon. I'd be very interested to see if the space people know who I am that you're connected with. I wouldn't doubt it, but That would be kind of fun to see.
I'm just going to say one last thing before I go,
Yeah.
just
Oh, go
on
ahead.
them, just to say, please be kind to each other, please help each other, be nice to each other, because that's what they keep saying to me is, don't let them divide you, don't be alone by yourself, reach out to people. That's what they want us to do. They want us to start coming back together again, be loving, look after your families, your relatives, your grandparents, those around you, your colleagues. They just keep saying, be kind, be loving, be understanding, don't judge
Mm,
anybody, just be kind, be nice to
yes.
each other and help each other
Yes.
and bring people back into the world of humanity, kindness and love and support.
Mm. You're a blessing. You are such a blessing, Kate. I'm so glad you're here, and I hope you'll watch our show regularly in your time zone. And we're just glad you gave us so much good information here that's real, and I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, everybody, a round of applause for Kate. Thank you so much. And I'm
Thank
gonna
you.
bring her down. I'm gonna bring her down gently here. And Kate, I am so happy she came on here. You know, I know when I read energy by comments, I know I need to do that. I do things my own way here. That's the way the commander works, you know. I've always been my own person. I always do this stuff the way I do it. I don't do it the way other people tell me to do it. If I did that, it wouldn't be any good. I have to do it with my own inner being, you know. Kate, thank you so much. I appreciate you. You know. So now we have to look at the idea of early contact in March, potentially. So before we go jumping all over the place here, I take everything day by day, but I'm very excited about the information, and it's truly amazing. And this is what the difference is be when people who have real physical contact with star people. I've said this for 3 years now. There are people all over the world that are having physical contact with the star people. These people are people that are selected, as I believe Kate is, and she's a spokesperson for the people that she has met, the Palladians, the Syrians, and the Arcturians. And she's meeting other star beings. Isn't it amazing? Amazing story, isn't it? You know, some of my guests here, you're having contact with space people too. You've been on the ships, you've had physical contact, and I know that to be true. Give me a moment to have some apple cider. Excuse me. Yaya. Welcome, Yaya. My friend Ashtar Athena shared a post of the Schumann resonance, which was very, very high. It's really, really high. She said the planet Earth is going in and splitting into a higher frequency. Doing good, Yaya. So the planet Earth is going and splitting into a very high frequency, vibrational pattern. Something with it. She knows. She's Venusian, my friend Athena, and yeah, I'm gonna check out Kate's you know photos and so forth later. Grateful Love question: do your ships use element 15? I don't know what element 15 is, but I can tell you that the ships that come from all over the higher vibrational patterns operate on natural energies of the universe, on crystallized energies, energy from the suns, no matter where the suns are. They can travel through wormholes from one place, like going through the Midtown Tunnel in New York to Long Island. It's like going under the Hudson River, right? Now you're in the city, go out of the Hudson River, under the tunnel, now you're out of the city, as an analogy. They can go through wormholes and travel anywhere in the universe. It's beyond human comprehension what the star people can do. And I think I've stated this before. The reason why we're having so many of these orb sightings, forgetting the whole thing with the drones, but the orb sightings, in my opinion, and I've stated this before, is to get people prepared eventually for direct contact. I really do think that's where we're going. Oh, we had 102,000. Thank you so much already. Almost at 103,000. Let's keep it going. Please follow my bio. Just go on my bio and please follow me on my bio by pressing the follow button. Please press like. And also, my shows are on my YouTube channel, which is Ashtar Command Spaceship News. Dates and times, Kate. When you say dates and times, are you presenting dates and times for contact? I don't know what that means. The sun is a stargate. Yes, Kate has a lot of information. The sun is definitely Stargate for sure, without a question. She has a lot of information. Then, not only that, and Kate is absolutely correct when we talk about Planet Narubu, that I've always heard that it was a huge spaceship. Then I heard stories that Narubu was a planet or a planetary ship. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true, Bazel. That space people don't give us a date or time because they don't really have a date or time as we would perceive time to exist, right? But they do have a knowledge as to when they're going to do something. They have a sense of what they want to do. Let's put it this way. Even though the space people aren't giving us a specific date or day or time, it doesn't really matter because, when you deal with specifics with the space people, they're just gonna make themselves appear and be seen all over the world. When that is happening, it'll be not so much on a time schedule based on a frequency and vibrational level, and based on what they see happening on Earth. Like Kit was saying, the space people, the galactic beings of light from other planets, are not that's why they're over all the nuclear facilities, like she said, and we talked about this. Like the Royal Air Force Base in England. I talked about it about a month ago, 2 ago. I keep dreaming of ships coming down, and I'm suddenly on the ship. So let's bring Sharon up to share. And right now we've had 2,600 people watching the show since 11 o'clock Eastern. So let's say they will show the worldwide daytime and nighttime they want to be seen and heard. Sharon, let me see if I can bring Sharon up here. Sharon, we're going to bring you up. I keep dreaming of ships coming down, and I am suddenly on the ships. That's a great comment. I want to hear a little bit more about that dream, Sharon. Come on up, if you can. And we're glad to have everybody around the world watching our show tonight. This is Encounters, the #1 spiritual UFO talk show where we're busting the matrix, where we're telling the cosmic truth, and where we have great guests. For the last 3 years, we've had some of the best guests you can possibly think of. Let me see here. And I know how to pick them. Sharon C., come on up. Sharon C. is our next guest on Encounters. Hey, Sharon, how you doing?
Hi there.
How you doing? Can you turn the TV off or whatever that is behind you?
Yeah, I'm going to walk away from this room and go into a quiet space.
Oh, good. Quiet space is good.
Yeah.
Space is always good.
Hi.
Hi,
hey,
how you doing?
I'm good. I actually am also Nora Lee. I was Nora Lee for a while.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to, I lost my login. But anyway, I'm Sharon Croft. That's my actual name.
There you go.
I go into dream state in the evening. I go into dream state at night. And it's like it's like I'm looking up at the sky and there are these ships coming down, these smaller ships, and they're like, and I don't know that I don't see when I get on them, but all of a sudden I'm transported to, it's like cities or, and also what's happening is I'm not seeing ETs, I'm seeing actual people that I've never met before.
Wow.
It's like they're showing me like real human beings. So I don't know what to make of it. And
I'm
I've had,
go ahead.
Huh?
Keep talking. I've
had these dreams several times over the last, and my dreams have been so vivid lately. And as I'm sure a lot of our dreams have, I keep up with the GFL station on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
And Bashar. So those are my two main go-tos. But yeah, it's like I'm taken up, and there's no like crazy ET. I'm shown these faces, they're like showing themselves to me, and all of a sudden here they are right in my face, and I'm like, "Oh, I'm not afraid of you. You're family." So
Yeah.
we are being prepared. We are being
Mm.
prepared for contact. And so that was my best
Now you want
interpretation
to.
of those dreams. Yeah.
So let me tell you what I think about your dreams. I'm gonna blow your mind
Please
here.
do. Please. Oh, don't. Go ahead. Blow my mind.
So there's a thing called dreams, everybody. There's dreams, like all my viewers out here understand something. There are dreams, right? That like you might see a marshmallow hitting some whipped cream in an ice cream cone. So that's like a silly dream. That's just a silly dream. Or you might see
Yeah.
a peanut running across the street trying to throw a basketball into a hoop. That would be a silly dream. When you talk
Hmm.
about what you're talking about, your consciousness is allowing you to think you're dreaming. So when you go to sleep and when you think you are dreaming through the night,
Hmm.
you actually are
Hmm.
physically being taken off planet to where you're
I
going.
know that. I know
And
that.
that's why you're
I,
able to physically,
hmm.
in
Hmm.
detail, no one can have a dream and give detail about being somewhere else the way you're doing it. So just so you know, you're not having a dream. You're being taken very, very creatively off planet and
Yes.
then brought back to your home.
And I feel that, and it's very exciting to me. I started this several months ago. I was watching something on TV on the news, and I was noticing, I don't know what it was, but then I went to bed that night and I dreamed, and I had this, I was on a ship, and there was these cyan lights in a horizontal light, and then I saw a figure with that same color.
Hmm.
So I knew I was on a ship. I was on a ship. I've been on a ship so many times, and now I'm understanding that. It's like it's very exciting, but I don't know what I'm doing. When I wake up, I forget, why was I
Hmm.
there? What was I doing?
Well, you know what you need to do? This is something that's going to help you. I want you
What?
to record, if you have a recorder, record yourself when you're sleeping, and in the morning,
Oh.
keep a written journal next to your bed.
Mm-hmm.
And keep a journal of everything that happens. Write it, just like, because you remember it, write it down. And as you write down each night that you're taken off planet, whenever that is,
Mm-hmm.
date it, the time that it happened, and
Mm-hmm.
also write down what happened, because you're remembering it. It's not that you're not remembering anything. And see if you can correlate what's happening, because there's a tapestry, there's a synergy of energy in your dream, where when they take you off planet, there's a story to be told, and you're going to construct that story in your journal. Do you understand?
Okay.
Hmm.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
I
you will.
I have I feel like, yes, that makes perfect sense. There are times that I feel like being on this planet right now is so mundane for me. I'm so bored. It's like I feel like there's so much more I should be doing, and that's hard for me. Very
Ah,
hard for me. Very hard
the
for me.
hit.
I've been that way for years. It's like,
Yeah.
isn't and I'm always looking up at the sky. I just and
Hmm.
I'm having to learn to be really grounded, and it's hard for me.
Hmm.
But so I hear
Well,
what you said.
don't be too grounded. What I would recommend is the next time
Mm.
you're going off, before you go into the dream state tonight, I want you to do
Mm-hmm.
something. It's going to help.
Okay.
I
Okay.
want you to ask your star family, which is taking you in the dream state, what you call dream state, into to where they are. I want you to ask them, the Christed beings of light of your star family, to
Yeah.
communicate with you and explain to you what your mission is. That's going to be
Yeah.
your homework for tonight. I'm giving you this because I assimilate all that information in my head that you're telling me, and I'm very quick
Mm-hmm.
to read into your
Mm-hmm.
energy and your dream.
Yes.
And if you do
Yes.
this, you might have to do this a few different times to get their attention in that way, but you will have
Mm-hmm.
contact telepathically with them.
Okay.
You'll
And
probably have
ask
the contact
them.
in the next 2 weeks. You're going to basically
Okay.
do, when you go to sleep tonight, this is going to really work. You're going to ask them telepathically that you know that you've been taken off planet to their world, to their cities, to their where they live. You now want to physically meet them, and you want to communicate with them to find out what the messages they have that they want you to bring back to where you are here. What is your mission? What do they want
Yes.
you to do? You have to ask them that question. Well, you don't have to,
And
but you should.
well, I do, and before and at night I'll look. I'm outside right now, and I'm looking up at the sky. It's cloudy, but I will always ask, "What's my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing?" And I will look up and I'll ask those questions.
Hmm. Yeah. What now you're going to do is say, now you want to meet one of the space commanders. They don't use the word commander the way Earth-based people do. It's a spirit.
Sure.
It's different. But you want to meet
Yeah.
your star family specifically when you go into this dream state tonight. And you might have to practice this for a few nights. But I do believe if you do practice this, keep us updated, because you will definitely be able to do it if you focus on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's my focus basically. I'm
Yeah.
excited about that. I'm focused. I mean, it's like I want to know what my purpose is,
Mm.
and it's yeah.
That's why
Mm-hmm.
you need to contact your space family, because they're going to tell you why you came here into the human form. We all have a
Right.
purpose. Every single viewer here around the world, you all have a purpose, right? And your purpose,
Right.
Sharon, is to find out from them what your mission is. They'll help you
And
with it.
that's okay. Thank you. I
Yeah.
will.
See?
That's
You know?
exciting.
Absolutely.
Well,
So,
I have another question for you. You've
yeah.
you've talked about implants, and you're good at scanning. Do you scan me and see anything like that? I don't think so.
I can't, no, there's
No.
nothing in you. There's nothing. You don't have any
No, no, I
implants in
know.
you.
So when I was a very young child, I can remember 3, 4 years old. I can remember waking up early in the morning. I don't remember going outside, but I remember coming back inside, and my
Hmm.
mom would say, "Hey, where have you been?" And I've always been very connected to earthy things. Like the I'm very grounded. I'm very grounded. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
and I've had visions of little people. When I was
Hmm.
like 4
Hmm.
years old, I woke up from a nap and I saw a little family running away.
Hmm.
And I woke up and I told my mom, and she said, "Oh, that was just a dream." Anyway, but I will do what you said.
Yeah, I want to, you keep us informed as you, again, give it a couple of times until
I
you get it.
will.
But it'll happen. It's no rush. But you will make
Oh no.
contact with them.
As Bashar says, we have forever.
Yeah. I mean, I
Yeah.
hear Bashar. I
Yeah.
do monitor what he says
Yeah.
sometimes, but
Mm-hmm.
I have my own information directly, telepathically, and I do read
That's
energy.
right.
So
And
I
I
don't
do
need to,
too.
I mean, I respect what Bashar does, but I don't need to go to Bashar because I already know what I
No, me
know,
either.
you
And
know?
that's what I'm learning. I'm learning too that we are breaking away from having a guru or a
Right.
somebody to look up to. We
Yeah.
are
Yeah, we
enough
don't
within
need any. We don't
ourselves.
need to have a
No,
guru or somebody that's gonna
no, we
take
don't.
us down the, the path of the yellow brick road or whatever. You know what I mean.
Okay.
So, all right. So
Yes.
much. I'm glad to
Thank
have you
you.
with us,
Thank you,
Sharon.
sir.
Thank you. Everyone,
All
say
right.
thank you to Sharon.
I'll
Uh
keep
oh.
up.
Hold on. My app is talking. I gotta stop it.
Okay.
Hold on a minute.
Okay. It doesn't matter how accurate Bashar or anyone is. Everybody has their own experiences, and that's what matters.
You know what? The weird thing is, it was giving a weather forecast. I didn't even talk to it. I didn't even ask it to say anything. Now it's listening probably to
Woo!
my. I think I'm being listened to by the app. I think the app is listening to encounters.
That's okay. It's all connected.
It's all
Everything's connected.
it
Everything's
just weird
connected.
stuff happens to me here. We have them all over
There's
the place. We
nothing,
have a few of
and
these things.
there's nothing to be afraid of. Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Thank you,
Well, hey,
CmdrAleon.
I appreciate you so much. Thank you. Okay,
Thank you.
Sharon.
I've been
Everybody,
listening for
Sharon.
about I've been listening for about 3 years now. Appreciate you.
3 years, folks.
Yes, sir.
I love the 3 years, people. You guys have been with me from the beginning. Thank you so much.
Yep. All right. Thank you.
All right, I'm gonna bring her.
Carry on,
down.
guys. How do I get off
Carry
here?
on. I'm going to do that. There you go. So, keeping it all on the positive, whatever you hear out there on the planet Earth on the 3D news media, please ignore it. It's all a diversion from what's really going on here, you know? That's why I'm here, to get you away from all that 3D news stuff that's happening on the major networks, whatever they are, you know? And let's see, I'm just going to look here, excuse me. And like Kate's saying, positive, positive, positive. Don't let any negative nannies get in your energy field at all, because you don't need to be around those people, you know? Always positive, positive, positive. Now, you can know what's going on in the world, but you don't have to participate in it. You can know what's happening on Earth on the news, but you can turn the news off because it's always the same thing day in and day out forever and ever and ever. But we have to be positive. This show's always been about positivity. And when I've had to, you know, go and be amped up into the state of consciousness where I had to just like set things straight, once in a while I do that. But it's all about transformation, confirmation, contact. It's about where we're in right now in 2025. We're in the stage of getting ready for contact. You know, whoever thought we'd get there? You know, growing up in the 60s, whoever thought that we'd be here now to do this? So, Robin, basically the Greys are with Zeta. They're being taken off planet. The Zeta Reticuli system, where they come from, they're being taken off planet as we speak. They've been taken off planet for the last 3 years. We've been kind of cleaning up the mess that they created with a few others. But I can tell you that you don't want to contact the Zeta. Just stay in the positive frequencies of Christ consciousness or cosmic consciousness. Practice meditation in the higher vibrational frequencies. Forget about the Zeta. Don't even tune into their frequency. That's really basically where I'm at. Hairball says, hey, when do you take over the radio and make your announcement? I don't know yet, you know. Hey, Hairball, good to see you. So they'll let me know when it's time to have the radio announcement or the TV broadcasting. So I haven't talked about it much lately, and I'm not really talking about it now until I'm sure what's happening. But when it does happen, I've said it before, I'll just say briefly, there's going to be a time, supposedly, where I'm going to be taken on a spaceship with our group of 5. Kit Kat's here. She's one of our group of 5 of the Ashtar Command. We're all in the same region. She's in Long Island. I'm in Connecticut. My friend Chesno's in Connecticut. April's in northern Vermont. And then Johnny of the third kind is in New Jersey. So we're all in the same region. There'll be a time when all 5 of us will be on a ship together. There'll be a time when I will be, the way I understand it is I will be taken on the ship and I will be broadcasting to the whole planet. And the way I understand, for entertainment purposes only, we will, for entertainment purposes only, be able to broadcast on every major news network around the world. No matter what the language is, there'll be a language translator, which will allow me to have my voice translated into every single language on the planet. So since you asked that question, which has not been asked of me forever, that's just a brief thing for people that don't know what's happening here. Yes, indeed. I'm going to, for entertainment purposes only, be taken off planet at some point. And again, I don't know when that's going to be. I can't tell you that. But I'm sure they'll make the presence known to me, and they'll just come in to my house or whatever and take me on the ship. I have no idea when it's going to happen yet. They don't operate in time like we do. So I have no idea. But for those that know this already, when the announcement was made, I'm just going about my life, living my life, enjoying my life, getting ready to grow my watermelons. I'm going to be growing watermelons hydroponically and then putting them out in the garden. So I'm just living every day as I can, and just going about my day with my family and friends, and doing my TikTok thing here. And when they're ready to do the big deal, then they'll take me on the ship, probably either beam me up or take me through a rift, and I'll be in a space outfit. So I haven't talked about it much because I have nothing really to say too much about it. But I guess I will know when the time comes, so to speak. Good question. Thank you. Thank you, Airball, for that. And probably a lot of the new people here didn't know that that's happening or that I am going to be doing that. I'm very humble about it. I haven't really thought about it much recently because until it happens, I'm just going about educating, doing the show, interviewing people, just trying to keep a flow going here. You know what I mean? Hi, sir. Good to see you. So, in terms of the med beds, they do exist. They're going to be bringing them out when contact happens. They will be available to everybody. These med beds, if you're not familiar with them, people will be able to be healed of different diseases and so forth with the med beds. And the med beds will help people. Not only the med beds, there's other natural advancements that the space people have that will assist people in that way. Hold on a minute. All right. I thought I was going to sneeze on the show here, but I don't want to do that. So a lot of stuff is happening. And, the only thing I can tell people is that we all have to realize that these med beds are going to be a part of what will help people of diseases, sickness. People will definitely be cured of a lot of things with the things that the star people will bring to Earth. Renee says, I am a true believer, Sora one, and my family. Interesting, Renee, and welcome to the show, by the way. John the One, thank you. So the med beds are really a part of many things. Will I be able to broadcast TikTok from the ship? I don't know how that's going to work, but let's put it this way. Oh God, man. I had a nerve or something. So let's put it this way. We will be able to broadcast on many different levels of broadcasting, but I don't know how that would work. I don't think, Jarika, I don't know how that will work, but I'll have to just wait and see what happens. Good to have you with us, Jarika. Jarika's up in the Massachusetts area. Good to have you with us. And we had, if you missed Kate on earlier, she's with us. She's in Scotland. And Kate knows, and Kate you can talk to the space people when she sees them again. The space people probably know about me broadcasting. So, Kate, the next few nights, ask them about the broadcasting, your contacts, the star people. Well, they all work together with the Ashtar Command. So I want to have her group of space people know about the broadcast. So yeah, there's a lot to be excited about. Yeah, it'll definitely be a cosmic news broadcast. Now just think how many billions of people we have on Earth. When this thing happens, I'm just going to be sitting in a chair on a spaceship. Well, I say a chair, a control area, and my whole beingness will be seen all over the world in a spacesuit. How's that? How's that for you? I wonder if I'll be able to tell some cosmic jokes or be drinking apple cider when I do this thing. I wonder if I can bring apple cider on the spaceship. Maybe. Or maybe I won't even need the apple cider. Maybe I'll have whatever they have on the ship. Maybe I'll drink whatever natural things they have on the ship. That might be kind of cool. They will have it there for you. They probably will have something there for you. And the watermelon. They have the best food. They have the best food. Casey says, that sounds like a movie I watched. Wear an oversized bow tie? I bet you have, I'm pretty sure, Kit Kat, they have delicious fruit drinks on the spaceship. And I know April talked about the Dahar. I want to try, if I go on a spaceship, I want to have a pearl, which is like their tiny watermelon. One of my fondest things I want to do is growing organically. I want to get a Tahar to bring back to Earth and try to grow a Tahar in my organic garden. Now, that would be kind of cool. Growing the smallest watermelon from off planet would be, like, to me, the most beautiful thing in the world. If I can grow a pearl, which is a watermelon, that's really tiny, and maybe I don't know how many seeds are in a pearl, but I just grow a pearl hydroponically and put it out there in the garden, that would be kind of cool. Yeah, I know. It's going to be pretty cool. You know? And we have another 30 minutes left in the show here. Give me one moment. Welcome, everybody, to Encounters. Glad to have you with us. And welcome to a show that is out of this world. Give me 1 minute. All right, here we are. And we're back. It's now 12:37 p.m. No, actually a.m. What am I talking about? Who's coming to the mothership with me? That's not me saying that. My friend Julian saying, "Who's coming to with the mothership with me?" Let's see what it says here. You will know if your jumping time is suitable, but you will see small changes. All right. Let's see here. I hope to go. If my guy doesn't pick me up, I will be sad. Let's see. I'm just reading comments right now. So there, as you see, there's always a beautiful synergy with my guest tonight, and with the stories with Kate in Scotland, my guest after that. Commander, don't forget to plant a green bean. Which mothership do you prefer? You know, folks, I think there will be many, many motherships, so you don't have to worry which mothership is out there when they start making contact. They'll be everywhere. And I do believe that everybody around the world is going to be seeing these motherships when they do physically appear. I posted the pic I told you about yesterday. We should get lessons, shout outs, definitely over my mountain. Let's see. Hey, Francis, welcome. Kate says they will take care of you, be there, stay throughout your life, send your crystal, feathers, coins. Let's see here. Thank you for the gifts. I appreciate it. And we definitely appreciate everybody out here tonight. Without a question. Hey, Jersey for Life. Hey, Lightworker, grand evening to you as well. So I want to do something here. I want to, again, I was marked with triangle burn after missing time. What does that mean? So, Glenn, I'm going to bring you up here. And you got to be over 18. No foul language, no smoking on the show, no drinking, no drunks, no paranormal discussion, no religion, and no politics. And let's see. Glenn, if you wish to come up, take your time. You can go in the multi-guest option. And I can probably help you out to answer your questions you might have regarding that. Geraldo, welcome. Hey, Ashley. Baby girl, so you're saying the UFO is not gonna go away? Let me bring baby girl up here. Baby girl, come on up. I think we can bring you up. I'm not sure. Hey, Ashley, good to have you with us. Urban Pure, welcome. Sharon J, welcome. Hey, David, good to have you with us, David. Patricia. Hey, Carrie, welcome back. Jane. Hey, Jane. Welcome, Jane. Poma. Hey, Poma. Romeo. Welcome, Romeo. Jetty, welcome. X Cod, Queen X, welcome. Jane, 1111. Hey, Jane. Sebastian, Sebastian, welcome. Izzy in action. Welcome, Izzy in action. And I think we do have a guest here. And one of my recent guests, we're getting up to that hour of almost 1 a.m. in the morning on Encounters. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Jane. Hey, and sorry, good to see you, brother.
And likewise.
How are you doing?
I've been doing well.
All right.
I think I've been having some downloads or uploads, whatever you want to call them, especially in my dream state, some healing in the body, in my nervous system. I've been challenged with a thing called diabetes since I was 13. And I've been having some good relief, actually. And it has helped with sleep.
Oh, good.
Allows me to get into a deeper state, Since we spoke, I can't really put together any imagery like the first experience, but I've had some contact, I feel.
Mm-hmm.
And some days I felt exhausted, like I was up longer than I thought.
Yeah.
That's kind of what's been happening on that front.
Yeah.
And of course I follow as much as I can and use my discernment to see in my heart if what I'm seeing, if what I'm witnessing is authentic. It seems like I feel that there's some positionings that are happening around the planet. It's getting pretty close, and the Schumann resonance went all haywire.
Oh, yeah. My friend Athena talked about that on Facebook. She's on there. And she says in a way that what's happening with it so high up, there's going to be a split in the frequency. Meaning there's going to be a split on our planet's going to go into it's going into another physical dimensional level. It's a very high frequency level.
Is it like a splicing, or it's like
not really a splicing? It's going to be the way she expressed it when I read her thing about it. It's going to be that our whole planet's being now lifted off, like if you were to take yourself and go onto a spaceship going off the ground. Look at planet Earth being that spaceship that's being lifted off now, folks, into such a different reality state that it's never going to go back to where it was.
I get it. It seems like
splitting the timelines. Yeah.
Yeah, we're bringing our consciousness into those states that are already in existence, in a sense, or are we creating a new?
We're collectively, our whole planet, the Earth itself, Mother Earth, is doing it herself. She's taking herself into that split reality. She's doing it right now. That's what this is all about.
Is it kind of a healing experience in a sense, or is it like a growing?
It'll be a different experience, but it's going to definitely shake the foundation of consciousness on our planet. What just happened with this Schumann's resonance going so high up, it's really going to shatter every single thing that we've been used to and putting us into a state of a different vibrational consciousness, the whole planet.
Unity consciousness.
Yeah, basically
Is this
unity
the
consciousness.
breaking of the spell of division?
Yeah, I mean, whatever division is projected on Earth-based media, people need to just turn it off because that is being done by people that want to keep that division. But in essence, whatever anyone does to try to create fear or division, it's a losing battle because the planet is now ascending into a much higher state of frequency.
Right. It almost seems childish now.
Yeah, it basically is.
I mean, look how the exuberance behaving like a bunch of kids at recess. Yeah. It's rather comical. It's rather funny.
And that's the way to look at it. Comical would probably be when you look at things. When I turn the news on, just for the hoo-has or the ha's or whatever, I keep the sound off and I look and I see all these talking heads doing the same thing they've always done, the same news cycle always done. Everything's based on fear and discontent and all this other stuff. When right on my show here, I can tell you, we are living in a different reality here. We really are, all of us.
Yeah, I almost feel like it doesn't matter who the players are. We're going there regardless.
Yeah, that's nothing, and I'm going to say this very clearly, because I've been in this thing a long time. There's nothing any leader of the world can do for entertainment purposes only that can stop what is going to happen. Right? And for entertainment purposes only, I will say this very clearly and distinctly, it's going to be a beautiful thing. People need to get ready and prepared whenever that time is, because we don't know, but get prepared for contact.
Right.
More and more, you're going to see it on social media. I don't care if you're on YouTube, TikTok, or wherever. People all over the place are talking about it. It's not like a small little group or, like a group of 10,000 people on different social media outlets talking about it. People know something's happening. People know something's up, including the people that don't want to talk about it in government agencies or elected officials in different major governments, be it England or China.
You don't think they're being worked on in their dreams?
They might very well be, but the ones that are talking about it,
if they're anyway half awakened or just slightly awake, it's pretty obvious what's going on around them. And the new definition of suffering is just resisting your own awakening.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of that going on. But the thing is, we're going to be seeing a lot of people, folks, right now. Every day you're going to see somebody waking up. They might come on their TikTok. They might be on YouTube. They might be on Facebook. There are people now waking up every day. I don't know who they are. How would I know? But there are millions upon millions of people that are starting to wake up on a planet with billions and billions and billions.
Right. And if you're looking at the planet with that type of mindset, those eyes, it would be like a light flicking on every second.
Alrighty, well, we're getting close to that 1 o'clock in the morning hour.
Yeah.
For a Friday morning on the East Coast. So I want to thank you for coming up, man.
I appreciate
and sharing some updates on what you're doing. And we're glad to have you all with us here and all our guests. It's been a great night tonight. So thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks for sharing.
I think I'm going to show one video tonight. Should I do it? I'm going to get my iPad. There's a video I want to show of an armada of spaceships that this person recorded. I think it was the last day or two. If I can find the video, I think I saved it. If not, you know what? I'll save it for Friday night. That's what I'm going to do. All right. I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for coming back up and giving some updates here, too.
Thank you.
All right. We're going to bring you down slowly, and let's do this here. And I'm going to bring somebody else. She's just came back from space. Bazella, she's just come back from space. No, I'm just kidding. She's here.
Hi,
welcome to Planet Earth.
You.
Hey, welcome. Good to have you with us.
Thank you. Let me see.
I just pressed. Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah,
Hi,
we're having Hi, we're having a great show tonight, aren't we?
Yes, definitely.
So tell us what's happening. Like Kate in England, in Scotland, we're going to have her back for sure, because this she has a lot of knowledge and information. She's amazing.
Yes, definitely. Last night we had a meeting. There are five different councils that are pushing for early contact.
Okay.
Last night I my family had a meeting because, as you know, for people who don't know, I'm currently in training to join my father on the High Council of the Andromedans. And so last night, the High Council of Andromedans had a meeting with the Lyrans, the Syrians, the Council of Luminaries, the Pleiadians, and some of Ashtar Command, and they're the ones who are pushing for early contact because they feel like the collective consciousness is ready. Um, and they wanted me to just inform people like how everyone's keeps talking about their dreams. Don't disregard your dreams, especially if you're having dreams of like contact and stuff like that, because those are real things. Those are real physical contact and real physical traveling. So if you guys are having dreams about contact, or you meeting your star family, that's really happening. So don't disregard those. And yes, as far as early contact, they said the same thing about March. There are some sorry, my allergies are acting up right now.
Oh, I gotcha.
But there are some consoles that feel like early contact shouldn't happen, but there's more consoles that are feeling like we are ready for it. So that's what they're pushing for. And the main thing is just to keep on keeping the high vibrations up, because that's what's aiding in it and making Earth frequency rise. And the only reason being is because the only way they're going to be able to fully integrate and have contact with us as Earth has to be at a certain frequency collectively. So
Yeah.
it's not that they don't want, like, especially my family. I know they're like, let's get this on the roll already. Like, what are we waiting for? But they understand that they have to wait is because since the Earth is not at the frequency that it needs to be at, like we were saying, like they don't want to come, and then there's still so many people that are afraid, and then it will lower the frequency, and then they would have no
Right.
choice, but they would have to reascend because they can't be here because the frequency lowered. But yes, I have been keeping up with the Schumann resonance as well, and it's really at a surge right now. It's never been as high as it is right now. Like how it is right now is like the highest it's ever been in history. So, oh, excuse me, sorry.
That's okay.
So just keep keeping the high vibrations up, and we are pushing for early contact. I know I am. My family is, and the Lyrans and everyone. So it's right there. Just we have to focus on the main focus. Like, I know everyone is so excited about contact, but we have to focus on what is going to make early contact happen, and keep focusing and doing the work for that.
Yeah. And the thing is, yeah, like for me personally, Uh, I'm just going with the flow of information and my own inner instincts that for contact, whether it does happen in March or whether it happens in August, whenever it happens, we don't control the happening of the contact. So people need to realize that the space councils of the Ashtar Command and all that stuff, they'll know when they're going to do it. The fact that there are a lot of people who want contact, I mean, I would say in the last 3 years of doing this show, I would say a good majority, a very small minority, don't want contact, but I would say the majority of the people watching this show, if I had to take a poll right now, I would say all 327 of you want to see contact happen. And would I be right
Yeah,
or would I be wrong? Really? I mean, let's face it.
definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. And another reason, the only being the being of like what they're preparing for, as well as what they're getting everyone used to, because there are a lot of people that say, that they're ready for contact, and I know deep down in their heart they are ready for contact. But because I know, even for me, like, before I had physical contact, before I started going up on the ship physically, my first time, like it wasn't that I was scared, but it's like it's a lot of energy to handle. And that's being a lot of energy just being in front of one being, like when I
Yeah,
first had contact. So imagine all of them, it's gonna be so much energy. And so even for people that think that they're ready or feel like they're ready, you may be in the presence and the vibration and the energy is just so high it can overwhelm you if your energy and your frequency is not on the right frequency that it needs to be at.
right. That's absolutely true. Absolutely true. And as
Yeah.
we talk about this, and in the first 3 years, I would say we would always talk about contact a little bit at a time here. But I would say now, going from last year into this year, it has become the center stage topic of anybody. I monitor other TikTok things and YouTube things to see where people's consciousness is. And I do feel it strongly that everybody out here who's watching this, wherever you are in the world, understand that we are not going backwards. We are going forwards. We're gonna have contact, whether for entertainment purposes only, whether any major government in the world wants it or not. They have no
Yeah.
control of the star people, the space people. They have no control whatsoever of these folks. They're gonna make
Mhm.
themselves known, and they're doing it in a very, very beautiful way. They're doing it individually with people on my show, like Kate, and in Scotland, yourself, April up in Vermont, and there are many other people here who I've had over the last few years that are having physical contact, as called contactees. So you're going to see more people individually having contact around the world that we don't even know. Some of these people might even have TikTok. They might even have a cell phone. They might be on a farm somewhere in some island in Timbuktu or whatever. So I
Mhm.
really do believe, and I think, Bazelle, you would agree that that's what's happening, because we think we have the social media, which is great, but not everybody that's being contacted has a cell phone, has a TikTok or a Facebook or
Yeah.
whatever, Instagram or whatever it is. They are just having contact directly, and they have no one to bring it to because they don't have that information.
Yeah. Yeah, and they contact you through anything. Like I've been contacted through the TV, I've been contacted through the radio, I've been contacted through the phone. Like they'll contact you through anything. You just especially once you're connected like that. The way I know I'm gonna go up on ship, they don't always physically tell me, but they'll let me know like through the TV, or they'll let me know through the phone and stuff like that. And so but usually when I'm gonna go up on ship, I can feel it because they'll be around there, they'll be outside,
Hmm.
usually over
Hmm.
my house. Like usually if they're outside well, they stay over my house anyways because for protection. But
Yeah, yeah, of
that's
course.
usually when I know that I'm gonna go up on ship. That's usually when the portal opens up. That's
Yeah,
that's usually when
and
it's open.
and
So
I think this is for you, Bazella. Lulana is asking, who have you come in contact with, please? I think Lulana, you let's bring her up here. I think for a minute. Luana, why don't you come on up here? You can ask Bazella, my guest, that question if you want to come up here. And she's coming up. Good. Very
hi,
good.
Luana.
Hey, Luana.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi,
As
thank
you're,
you for having me. Sorry, I've just
yeah,
come in sort of in the middle of your topic.
you're good. Are
Um,
you in Australia?
I am in Australia, yes.
I knew that by the accent, so I pick up things now. And so, was that question for Bazella in terms of who you have come in
Oh,
contact
both.
with?
But both. I'm just fascinated to know what race and what information. Yeah, I'm just come in
Yeah.
like in the middle. I listen to your lives, but this today I've just got back from the nursing home and now seen my nan, so I've
Oh,
just missed the topic. So yeah, I'm just
okay.
fascinated by the contact. So I believe in it, and I think. Sorry, I'll just let you know a little bit about myself if that's
Yeah,
probably.
absolutely. That's the hey. Look, we love to hear about you.
So I've just come over 50. I'm 50, well, I'm 52, and so I'm at an age where I've just pretty much overwhelmed by so much information and don't believe pretty much anything that we've been taught. Been doing a lot of research on topics, whether they're accurate or not, I don't know. So I'm interested in all possibilities. I don't have really a religious background, but there's confusion there because, I would say that I did have a Catholic background, but due to, I suppose, personal reasons and sexual influences in that religion, have doubts.
Yeah, we'll just stay away from that stuff. But
Yeah, sorry. Just a quick back. Yeah, so it just made me look at other things and possibilities, and I do believe that we have a God, which to me would be of non-human intelligence. That's my theory today.
right, right.
And I think that we are able to connect spiritually, and I just want to get there.
You just want to get there, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just fascinated. Like, there's so much information out there. You see people have come into contact with beings and
Yes.
things like that. So, yeah, I'm just, very
And by
excited.
the way, Luana, Bazella is a contactee. She physically goes on the spaceships.
That's what I heard, and
Physically.
I'm just blown away, absolutely blown away. And yeah, I can just shut up now and listen to everything that you have to say.
Well, you don't have to shut up, but no, we appreciate that. So, do you have a specific question for Luana? I mean, for Bazella? That
Yes.
you'd like to ask her?
One thing that I did come across, and I don't know, like I said, whether it's true or not, but I did come across a documentary in regards to a race called, or an intergalactic race, the world seed is called the Patel, if that exists.
Hmm.
You've heard, or either of you have heard anything about that? And if not, that doesn't, it's, who have you come in contact with, what race or what beings, and do you know of any dangerous ones that possibly
Dangerous
on our
ones?
agenda?
I stay away from the dangerous ones. They don't come near me. My vibration's too high.
Yeah.
So they're not even in my consciousness.
Yeah, usually me, I'm the same way. Like if there are dangerous ones around me, they get exposed so easily because they can't
Yeah,
stand my vibrations.
they can't. You know, Bazella,
Yeah.
she'll kick them right out of the universe.
So yeah,
I
it's about
actually I have
vibration,
this,
isn't it? It has a
sorry.
lot to do with it attracting good and bad, doesn't it? Learning about, I believe. Sorry, I'm in a
Well,
flight path over the way.
well, as you watch this show, you will be blasted into such a high frequency. On Saturday nights, Liana, we do a thing called Ashtar Command Talk. And I work with the Ashtar Command, which oversees every galactic group of light, all the councils, everything. I'm actually not only a human being, but I also have a space consciousness because my body's on a spaceship. My physical space body is on a spaceship right now in stasis, being protected.
Do you know if they can see that what I believe we need help? I know that there's something about interference, or they can't interfere or something, but I believe we're being controlled by an evil group of people, the powerful group of people where they don't have our interests at heart.
Right. Yeah, they work with the
So
lower vibrational ETs, a lot of these so-called what you're talking about. But the space people are very aware of who's trying to run our planet right now. And as Vizella and Kate was talking about earlier from Scotland, we're getting ready for contact. It's just a matter of when.
And
We're going to have contact.
they have tried to work things out with the people who do run Earth, and they're just not having it. So they feel like they've given them enough chances, and they just don't want to cooperate and basically come together, because it's not like they're just like, oh, okay, they're bad and just forget them, we're not going to do it
Right.
anymore. They've tried working with them, but it's just the opposing side doesn't want to work with them. They're not even open to it at all. So they're
Yeah.
saying, like, they have to take the next precautions and the next steps to do what they need to do. So they're no longer even trying to even make peace with them anymore because they don't want to.
Yeah.
We don't want to. Is that what you're saying? The people
Well,
here.
no, our governments here don't want to.
Yeah.
That's why for over
No.
70 years they've tried to cover up any kind of contact with people on Earth. They don't want our governments
That's
don't
right.
want the contact, even though they say the U.S. government will say, "Oh, we have a UFO committee." Whoop de doo. It's there's going to be contact regardless of whether or not the U.S. government has a UFO committee on UFO. I mean,
Yeah.
U.S. government has a bunch of Congress people. They might be sincerely interested in telling the truth, getting the truth, but the fact of the matter is the truth is not only in our oceans, but it's in our skies. You see, the truth is not in the buildings where these people who are politicians exist for entertainment purposes only. They are what Brazil is talking about with her contacts. Physical is a contactee. Kate, who's a contactee in Scotland, is having contact with space people. So when we talk about what they don't want us to have, they have no control over what we want. You see, everybody, they don't have any control. We have the control. They don't have anything. Remember that.
Okay. And just one last thing, sorry if you don't mind,
Yeah.
because speaking of contact, so I'm sure being on social media, you would hear all the things that are flying around. So have you heard about this so-called fake alien invasion?
Oh yeah, that's been
Yeah.
on the internet for years. Bazell, you want to take on that?
Yeah, and that's another reason why they're just saying that they don't want to even continue to try to make peace with them because they know that that's what they're planning and they don't like that. Even now, like all the hearings that they have been coming out with saying, oh yeah, there are non-human intelligence that we know of and UFOs. But if you've noticed, they've also been saying like, oh, they've gotten so close to our crafts or so close to our people in the skies that it's almost like they're trying to attack, but it's like passive aggressive. They don't like that because they're not doing that at all. But
No.
the government's only saying that and trying to make it seem like they're passive aggressive. So it's like they want to attack the government space. The government crafts that are in the air, but then they don't want to attack. But they're only doing that just to plant the seed of trying to make it seem like, oh, okay, these beings are capable of hurting somebody or harming them. So
Right.
and if that's all just to
Yeah.
put fear mongering into everyone's minds.
Yes. Okay, understood. That's similar what I was sort of picking up from that as well. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I won't take more of your time. Thank you very much. But I do very interested in your lives, love it, and I do have so much content that I look at, and yeah, like I said, it's just so overwhelming, and yeah, you just don't know today. But sorry, I'm in a flight path. Melbourne Airport.
Yeah. No, whatever.
So many planes are going over. But yeah, I do
And
appreciate.
for me, I would just say as a recommendation, and I would say this for anybody. The most important thing when it comes to anything is just we have to remember and learn how to read energy because the energy is. I like to say energy doesn't lie; it guides. Like energy will never turn you on the wrong path. It if you pay attention to the energy, whether it's high, whether it's low, it's gonna always put you on the right path. So it's really important right now, especially in these times, is to remember and to learn how to read energy. And all that is just your intuition and just trusting yourself and what you feel. Like, does it feel high vibrational? Does it feel low vibrational? Because no matter what, the energy is gonna always guide you to what the truth is.
Yes,
Yeah.
and that's the one thing too. I'm feeling a lot of. I don't know if it's age. This is what I'm scared of.
Oh,
But
don't be scared.
I'm just really feeling so open to. I don't know. Like I'm getting connected to something. Something's drawing me into somewhere. I don't know where yet, but
Yeah.
I just feel like there's a change. Something's
Oh
happening.
yeah, there's a change.
Yes, everyone, literally, everyone, especially star seeds right now, everyone is being activated. Like our DNA is being activated at the all-time high. Like Ginger Crouch, she just asked, was there a recent DNA upgrade that changed the ears? Yes, definitely. And I felt that too. Like literally my hearing is so high right now. Like I can literally hear something going on like down the street and it sounds like it's in my
Yeah,
house, but it's not, it's nowhere near, but my hearing's just so sensitive and so high, but it's because everything is being activated, and that's the reason why we see such the surge on the resonance frequency guide, is because we're literally in the middle of a surge and shifting into the 5D and splitting the 3D off. So everyone who has shifted to the 5D and is shifting to the 5D, we're being upgraded like that, like the
like
DNA just
crazy. Yeah,
unlocking.
Yes, like
That's why
merging.
I
Yes.
tell you guys, like your memories, we're going to come in contact more and more. You're going to see more and more people coming in contact. Before big contact happens, there's going to be a lot more individual contact happening.
oh yeah,
And
definitely.
memories are just going to flood back, especially when you come in contact with your physical star family. It's going to just, your star seed memories are just going to come back like you've never forgotten ever in life. And
Yeah.
everything, you're just going to remember everything. And remember who you are, remember why you're here, remember why you came here, and it's just gonna be like you never forgot anything at all. And that's literally what we're going through right now, where our DNA is being activated.
Now let me
Yes.
ask a question here. Now again, some people say they're hearing other voices in the broadcast here besides us. Anyone else hearing anything? I don't want to start some like really weird stuff going on here at 1:12 in the morning on the East Coast.
I just hope it's not the I like I said, I'm in a flight path. There is, I think, 7 or 8 planes have gone past since I've been speaking to you. It might be a
Hmm.
vibe. It's terrible. So I will. I just sorry because I did ask this. What can I ask? What race or you have come in contact with, please?
For me, I'm from Mars originally. I I am here in physical human form. I'm a human consciousness. I'm a I don't channel anything, but I come from Mars, which is a planet of 10 to 15 million inhabitants. Contrary to what people want to tell about Mars, Mars did have a problem with nuclear stuff long, long, long time ago. The Martian population is now, they live underground. The waterways are underground. There are some surface dwellings on another part of Mars, and they do have what is like Antarctica. They have like a polar cap. So
Okay,
yeah,
that's
that's where I come
really
from
mind
originally. Yes.
blowing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where I come
Okay.
from.
So, would you say that we go to Mars? Can we?
No, can't go to
No.
Mars. Mars is off limits to Earth powers. They will not be allowed to go onto Mars or do anything. They might have a land rover there, but physically, the Martian population will not allow Earth powers to go to Mars or go to a flight to Mars.
Yeah, well, honestly, I wouldn't let us go anywhere either until we
No.
settle down.
So, and I put that as I'm going to speak in space consciousness. We've looked at the history of your planet, and this planet has been very dangerous to the universe up until now.
Because of us, of what we're doing, yes, obviously.
Yes, because of what you're doing and how you treat each other, how you treat the earth, which is not very good. We've watched you, and I'm not channeling this information. I'm speaking in my space consciousness right now. You'll notice the difference if you feel the energy. The Martian population made their own mistakes, but they corrected them. The Earth population kept on making mistakes for billions of years. And now, after so many billions of years of existence, now, people, without mentioning names, want to go to Mars and colonize Mars. Mars cannot be colonized, nor should any other planet be colonized. There
No,
are,
definitely.
are
I
space
totally
people
agree.
live, yeah, space people live on all the different planets in the multiverse. No one wants to colonize anything, and no one should. That's my answer.
Yeah.
And I don't think we deserve to until we're ready to take care of our own people and our own planet. We're definitely not ready to leave this planet.
Yeah. Well, that's
And
why
we
this whole
kill
thing with
first and
contact is,
ask later.
yeah. That's why, as Bazella said and Kate has talked about, we're going to have contact pretty soon. I don't know when, so I have to still say that. I don't know when. If the correlation is that they're going to try to make contact based on what we're doing to the planet in early March, so be it. But right now, I'm just sticking with, just to enjoy every day, do everything every day, walk, talk, go fishing, whatever you want to do, go to work, but live every day like it's the best day of your life until contact happens.
Definitely. Definitely. And that's the thing. They don't want us to get they know that everyone's excited, but they don't want us to get so hyper focused on contact happening that we forget what we're supposed to be doing for contact to happen. The
Right.
the main thing is to keep focused on the mission and keep focused on the purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
what it is as well is a lot of people are so hyper focused on this because a lot of people are looking at it as they're here to help us or here to save us, and in a way it's not really saving or helping. In a way it's like it's more just guidance. Like they've already been guiding us, but now instead of guiding us in basically inside of the astral realm, they're going to guide us in the physical realm because it's that time to guide us in our human bodies and upgrade our human bodies. So
Absolutely.
the
Absolutely.
main thing that a lot of people need to kind of change the concept on is that they're here to save us, because that's not what they want, because we still have to have our journey and our experience, but they're just here to guide us.
Yeah. So I will say this: we're 17 minutes after. We'll hold this conversation for a great conversation. I will say this: that just get centered, everybody around the world. Focus on
Yes.
meditation, centering yourself. Try to turn off the news, whether you're in England or China, wherever you are watching this. Try not to get too focused on it. When I do watch the news, I monitor what the limitations of what they're trying to project to the public around the world, and we just need to really now stay focused. Everybody, if you go on a TikTok broadcast and someone's mixing up fear-based stuff about the space people, don't listen to that person. Their information is inaccurate. If someone tries to get negative in your, if you go, just stay away from negative things, negative people, negative
Exactly.
energy.
Yes.
That's the key thing. My whole thing on this show for the last 3 years, beyond being one of the best spiritual UFO talk shows on social media, right here on TikTok, is that I'm here to bust the matrix and get people out of their fear-based thoughts into positivity and uplifting their consciousness so that they can be prepared for contact. And that is really the key thing, regardless of whether we're showing UFO footage on the show, people talking about their experiences or whatever. The bottom line is we're here to bring people together, and we've been doing it and doing it and doing it for 3 years, and we're going to continue to grow. There's no ego on my part. I do this because this is part of my mission work, and I love everybody here, even all the new people that I don't know. I always end my show with, I love all of you. Why is that? Because I have no ego. I'm not just here to talk for 2 hours and not talk to anybody or not have a conversation. If anyone can talk for 2 hours and not bring anybody into the conversation, that is operating from an egoic state of consciousness. I don't do that. I don't operate in any ego consciousness. I'm here to bust the matrix, tell the cosmic truth, and have Bazella and people like Kate and other people, my friend April in Vermont. These are the people I know, my friends, that are physically having contact with positive space people. And they can come on my show and they can share updates and information. Nobody here channels anything. I don't have a crystal ball or a bunch of cards, I mean, once in a while, I'll bring like my Lemurian crystal, which I have right here. I have tons of crystals in the meditation room here. This room is going to be done in another week or so, but it's getting there. And when this room is finished, folks, I'm going to show you, and it has to be finished. So when this room is finished, I've been guided that this will be a place when I do have my contact my space family will come into the meditation room and they'll physically see all the crystals and everything set up here. That's how they're going to come in. I didn't want to ever say this because I'm going to say it now. When my space family comes here, they will see a beautiful room here with crystals. The energies that I set up here with these crystals, all my crystals are higher vibrational crystals. I'm being guided. I'll be setting them up in a way that it'll open up the what they call a rift. They can come right in through the crystal area, and they'll come right in the
Yes.
room. That's
Yep.
exactly what they want me to do. That's why I'm taking time creating what I'm doing, because that's how they're going to come into my room here in my house, is through the
Yes.
area where my crystals are.
Definitely. That's exactly what happens. I have a rift that opens up in my living room and in my room all the time, but I have crystals everywhere around my house in every room.
Oh yeah, I bet you do. You know,
Yes.
I have to do, and everything has to be meticulous. Like every crystal, my big amethyst crystal that's sitting in front of me, every crystal is going to be positioned in a specific frequency level. For whatever reason, I know what to do, and thank you. I reached my goal. Everything's going to be put at a very specific frequency level. So when my space family is ready to take me on the ship, the rift will open. I will go on the ship through the crystal area here. I will come back from the crystal area here. I know exactly what I'm supposed to do.
Amazing. And you're being guided to do that, Commander. That's your family guiding you to do that. So that's
Yeah, they're
amazing.
guiding me what to do. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm glad
All
to
right.
hear
Well,
that.
it's about that time.
I'll just say goodbye. I'm fairly, not that I'm new. I look a lot, but I don't know how to use it well. I don't know how to exit out of here.
Oh, I'll help you out.
But there's so many planes coming. I just want to thank you so much for sharing your information. I think it's just, I was going to say brave, but it's not the right term. It's just it's wonderful and
Yes.
great that people are coming out and opening up and sharing all their experiences and information. And it's just spreading the knowledge and making people more aware and ready to possibly take next steps themselves, and just all heading towards a better future. So it's all for the better good.
Yeah. And
Thank
do you have
you
like
so much.
do you have Luana? Was that a jet going by? You're near an airport, right?
Yeah, I'm right near Melbourne Airport. Yes.
Melbourne
And
Airport. So you're hearing jets going by in Melbourne, Australia, folks. All right,
yes.
Liana, thank you. I'll bring you down, and then I'll
Thank
bring
you so
Rizzo down,
much.
and then I'm
Have
going
a
to go
great
off
one.
planet and go to sleep, I
Have a
think.
wonderful night, Luana.
Well, for you, yes, it's 5:30 in the afternoon here. It's hot,
Oh,
30
okay.
degrees Celsius, very hot. So yeah, be preparing dinner in a minute.
Yeah, and I want to I'm going to bring Luana down. So people saying they're hearing voices when I'm speaking. I want to discuss that for just a minute or two. What could people say what they're hearing? Are they hearing the voices when I'm speaking, or what's going on here? Who's hearing the voices? Thank you, Jared. Anybody? I know Ashley's saying she's hearing the voices.
Goodness gracious.
And a strange noise. Well, there was a Luana is near the Melbourne International Airport, so that was a jet going by. You heard lots of voices. Bazella, did you hear any voices at all?
No, I'm not hearing anything. I'm not. No, I didn't hear any voices. I may have heard I did hear the jets though. I heard the
Yeah.
jets go by.
You don't have a TV in the background on, do you?
For
A
me,
TV? Yeah.
it's in
No
the
TV.
it's in the next room. I'm in a different room. Can
Oh,
you guys
okay.
hear me?
I hear
Are
something
you?
saying you're sorry. Who's saying you're sorry? Is that the TV?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's in the other room.
Oh yeah, it's the TV. So folks, that's what you're hearing, the TV set. So
Oh,
now
okay. I
we
didn't know you. I didn't know you can hear it.
that's pretty
That's
amazing.
crazy.
Okay. It's
It
the
picked it
TV
up.
set. Okay, so we debunked that one, folks, pretty quick. All right. No. All right. So I want to thank you, Bazella, for being here. Debunking the TV set was a good thing. And everybody out there, I want to say many blessings to everybody. All the new people on here will be on tomorrow night, Friday evening at 11. I'm going to get some sleep, and I want to thank you all for being here. Everybody take care. Bazilla, thanks for giving us some updates. And, there you go.
Thank you for having me up. Have a wonderful night, everyone.
All right. And we're going to end the show here in just a moment. I want to thank everybody for the gifts. Thank you so much for the subscribers, the gifts, everything. We love you all. This has been another edition of Encounters. Go to my, all 330 of you, can you please, before you sign out of here, go to my bio and press the follow button and the like button. We had 157,600 likes. Great. I want people to press the like on my, which is different. Go on to my bio and press that you like the commander. So press that, and also press the red follow button. So do two things tonight for me. Follow and like me on my bio. Those are two things. If everyone can do that, I would be much appreciated. And we'll be back on tomorrow night. It's time for me to just blast out of here and get some rest. So take care, everybody. Have a great morning wherever you are, or a great night. We'll catch you again. And so I think, Shelly, if it, this show is going to be my YouTube channel. Please go to my link. Kit Kat, thank you. Oh, that's pretty cool. Hey, Kit Kat, thank you so much. I can use some Italian bread. And just go to my YouTube channel. It's on my link. Follow me on my link. This show will be on my YouTube channel by tomorrow at some point. Everybody take care. I'm going to get out of here. And you all have a good night out there, wherever you are.